Yeah, buddy.
La 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 la. Elmo's World.
Whoa. What is going on? All the posts. La 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 la. La 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 la. Tasty.
Oh, jeez. I think the I in the ear is supposed to be around. Yep.
What?
I put the
What?
E before the I there. My spelling is bad.
You're not supposed to do that except after C.
I get it. I'm typing fast.
Except after C. Oh shit. What is there? Holy cripes. 2 boxes?
What the fuck did we do for 2 boxes?
What the?
We're getting fat tonight, boys.
Clearly.
Buy one, get one free 12 packs? Oh, Mrs. Boggles. Yes.
Let's see. We got 4 chocolate chunk, 4 classic with M&Ms, 4 double chocolate mint, dibs. 4 snickerdoodles, dibs.
Dibs on the snickerdoodles. You claim the mints.
4 sugar and 4 white chocolate macadamia. Nice. Snickerdoodles are like my favorite, along with chocolate mint. What's in this one? Chocolate mint.
Okay, now we're in the live podcast chat. Lost y'all stream. How so? Okay, we should be back. We have a viewer. Whoever the viewer is, hit us up. Who are you? Can you hear us? How's the audio? Let us know. Sweet. Wade97 is here. Just to make sure. And we still got...
These ones are taped. They taped it.
They didn't want our fatty fatties to get in there. Need the cookie. Cookie. Cookie monster.
Hey-ya. Oh my god, they're still warm.
Right? Oh my
Oh,
god,
son of a
this is fucking
monkey's
amazing.
uncle.
Can hear black screen. Uh-oh. Why is this... Why do we
Hear
stream?
black screen? What does he mean?
He can hear us, but there's a black screen is what I'm assuming.
Oh.
Rachel texted, I can't get the fucking stream to work.
That's fine. We're just eating cookies. You're not missing
Right.
much. Is it fixed?
Okay, D-Moose is good on his end. Wade can hear us. All right.
Do you want to hear me chewing, Wade?
ASMR. Cookie eating. Take 3.
Yeah. Nothing like these cookies.
Fresh warm snickerdoodles.
Yeah, baby. All right. Here we go. Pact of Negation.
Yes.
All right. Did we want to talk about anything before Pact of Negation?
Logic Knot.
You what, you degenerate blue player?
Logic
Go for
Knot.
it, Matt. Go for it.
New art. Blue X instant delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1 colorless. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. This is a card that sees play in and out of Blue X control decks in Modern and in EDH as well. It's a way for you to use your graveyard after you know, it's like a spell that you're not going to be able to get back, your lands that you fetch, your fetch lands. You're able to, use those to help make a big X spell to make sure your opponent can't counter, or make sure that they can't cast the spell. So it's an important card that's getting reprinted, and the new art is, I don't know, a little cooler in my opinion.
I dig the new art. I like it.
Also, we're definitely going to be talking, I think we missed Magus of the Disc was in white. I was out of here for that one.
Yeah,
Did you guys talk about?
Skipped it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Mega Cycle is returning, and these are creatures that have abilities of enchantments, artifacts, or I think
Where
they got
do you see Magus of the Disc?
Is-
White.
it's in white.
It's not in white. Bullshit. Because look, Manatithe, Mangara, Momentary Blink, Mycologist, and then it's on to O.
So there was no Magus of the Disc. Okay, so Magus of the Disc is not in the set. This is the first Magus then. Okay, so you're going to be seeing a couple more Magus in this set, and we'll talk about them. But Magus of the Future, Future Sight is the enchantment that it's riffing off of in a creature form. There's dual use to having a double up effect of something like this, and especially on a creature, because now that effect can start dink stomping you. And yeah, now we could talk about Pact of Negation there.
All right, so Pact of Negation. It is a 0-cost card. It actually has 0 for its cost. You
Which
counter
means it's broken.
Shut up over there. You counter target spell. You counter whatever you want to, except for a land. You can't counter lands. At the beginning of your next upkeep, so you untap, upkeep, draw. You need to pay 3 colorless and 2 blue. If you don't, you lose the game. So basically, it's just not a free counterspell, but it is a counterspell that could be free and could help you win the game when you need it to win the game. So, I don't know. This is a pretty popular. It's a pretty popular counterspell. It's a pretty popular out of the packs. I think there's only one pack that's maybe more popular than
Summoner's Pact.
Yep.
Looking at you, Primetime.
But I know this one gets played a lot in blue-white controls or just, straight up blue control.
It was in Adnaz too to help protect the combo when you were comboing off, because you draw your whole deck and there would be like 2 or 3 Pact of Negations in there, and you were going to win that turn anyway while you were comboing off, so you didn't have to worry about the next upkeep.
Exactly. That's one thing that this is good at. It's a free counter spell. If you're winning before your next upkeep, it's like, cool, I don't even have to worry about that. It's just straight up free counter.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's a nice, you're completely tapped out. It gives you a little bit of reservation. You do have the 5 blue, and it could be somebody else is comboing off, and you could stop them, save yourself, and survive another turn, hopefully. Past that, pay the 5 blue or 5 mana, and then, who knows? You could survive another turn, or you could have just delayed losing another turn. I know we'll talk about Pact or Summoner's Pact here later, but Wade brings up the gotta love those lose the game clause though. Pact of Negation is very similar, where you get to do a thing and then you have to pay mana during your next upkeep. I was playing against a guy who played a primetime deck, and I destroyed one of his double lands, so he got to tap for 2 mana on it. I destroyed that land. He still got to go get another land, but he was still 1 mana short of being able to do the you need to pay this or lose the game. And that is the epitome of my favorite win that I have ever had against that kind of a deck.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to show your opponent who's boss. If they have the mana up and it's like, okay, well, I guess I can't win this turn, but at least I have the mana to pay for it.
Yep.
And then they don't.
Then they lost. And it was fun.
Okay, moving down here. Pondrify, a good reprint there. Single blue mana, destroy target creature, can't be regenerated. Its controller creates a 3/3 green ape creature token. Blue instant. Powerful card. Riftwing Cloudskate. This one's a good card. Blue 3/2/2 illusion flying. Cloudskate enters the battlefield. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. It has suspend 3 for blue 1. So rather than cast this card from your hand, you may pay 1 blue and exile it with 3 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. When the last one is removed, cast it without paying its mana cost. It has haste.
So, how about that Teferi?
Teferi?
Teferi.
Teferi.
Teferi, Mage of Zalfir.
I love this card.
Right?
This is one of my favorites.
2 blue. You get a 3/4 legendary human wizard with flash.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Her.
You're a wizard, Teferi.
It's Wingardium Leviosa. Anyway, so he's got flash. Creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield have flash. Each opponent can cast spells only any time they could cast a sorcery.
I thought you hated this card.
I hate Little Fairy.
Because it's faster to get out.
Yes.
I don't know. I could get this out pretty quick.
Right.
I'm thinking
this-
this would find a good home in my Soul Herder deck.
The cool thing is...
Oh my!
well, I mean, yeah.
You know, here's the thing, Matt. You missed this. Wade called JB out for being a low key Magic player.
A low-key Magic player.
Sorry, low key blue
Oh,
Magic player.
yeah. No, he likes aspects of blue. There's no doubt about it.
Well, and when we're going through all the white cards, he's like, "Oh my god, I love this white counter spell." Wait, I thought you hated blue. Oh, I hate blue, but I love when white does blue thing. What? Just knocking on blue.
Because blue sucks.
I mean, if nobody's
Blue is the
going-
worst color of Magic.
Nobody's gonna go here. I mean, I'll go here first. All right.
You eat the good cookies first.
Hey,
Yes.
this is a good cookie.
No, it's not.
How dare you? Sir.
But
Ooh!
yeah,
Ooh.
Teferi, Mage, or Zalfir. I love this card. I got it in a couple of my EDH decks.
You would, you sick bastard.
Another one that is a good blue card, Venser, Shaper
Yes.
Savant. I love this card.
I need like one more copy for Soul Herder.
Blue 2/2 legendary human wizard, Flash. When Venser enters the battlefield, return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. So, key thing about this does not counter a spell, it returns the spell to your owner's hand. So when an opponent casts a spell that says it can't be countered, you can play Teferi, return the spell to their hand.
You mean Benser, sir?
Venser, yes. When you play Venser, you can return that spell to their hand.
You know what's really fun with this card? Playing it in a Yarick EDH deck, because then you return Venser and the card.
Yep.
So you can just keep doing it.
Nice.
Yep. Also, Riptide Laboratory is a card that pairs very well with this card. And this is Riptide Laboratory is a land, and it adds colorless to your mana pool, or it adds colorless mana, and then you can pay colorless blue, tap it, return a wizard you control to your hand. That card, I'm really hoping gets printed in Strixhaven. It's only had 3 printings. Original printing in Onslaught. Next printing was in Jumpstart, and then it was printed on the list.
It won't. It's too busted for standard.
What wizards are they depending on what wizards that we're going to be getting in Strixhaven, but currently
Potter.
currently in standard, the wizards that we have are not that powerful enough to where it's like, yeah, no, they shouldn't get a Riptide Laboratory. I think it would be cool. Just saying.
Harry Potter, bro. Harry Potter.
All right, I'm going to jump to black here.
Yeah, we're done
I
with
don't,
this
I don't
bullshit
see any
blue.
blue. Damnation is coming back. It's getting
Whoa,
another
sir.
printing. Don't whoa, sir, me.
Okay, never mind. You didn't jump that far.
I
You're
am
good.
6 cards into black. Calm down.
You're good.
Jesus. It is 2 colorless, 2 black. Destroy all creatures. They cannot be regenerated. This card is amazing.
I just love how you went straight for the D.
Remind me later to smack you. I don't go for your D. But damnation I'll go for every time.
Right?
But so this has actually had quite a few reprintings. So I mean, this is just another welcomed reprinting, especially coming out of this one. It's legal and modern, legacy, vintage, commander. Obviously not standard or pioneer because it's too old.
And too powerful for them to even try and reprint.
For,
into
for a
those
standard
formats.
set.
This is basically Black Wrath of God.
Yeah.
This is Black Wrath of God.
It is black. It's not basically, it is.
That was the whole point of this. Anyway,
Oh, Jesus.
Damnation. This is a card that's going to be now dropping in price. You want to pull up the price list there on it right now?
Yeah,
Big
so
G?
the original planar chaos version is sitting at $42 right now.
Damn.
And then if you were lucky enough and old enough to be playing during Magic Player Rewards, this had a 2008 version of it. Which the cool thing about those is a lot of those cards were full bordered cards, so they didn't have all the text. You had to know what the card did, and the art on it is beautiful. Like, to me, this is damnation.
Yep.
And I'm lucky enough to have one of these.
There's
Nice.
also that Seb McKinnon drop one.
Yep. And
Yep.
I was getting up to that. So then it's gotten a Judge promo. It's reprinted in Modern Masters 2017. It has an Amonkhet
Invocation with
Invocation
Mickey D.
one. And then it's got another promo version. And then, the Seb McKinnon Secret Lair drop, which, again, the art on that is just beautiful. But looking at all the different prices, obviously the most expensive one is the Amonkhet Invocation at $140. But for those of you looking for your damnations, get them out of Time Spiral Remastered. They're sitting at $15 as of right now.
Yeah, dude. If this is a card that they clearly have reprinted a lot, and it has a very high price point. Like, if you can pick these up for sub $20, like, I think this is just one of those ones where people are like, yeah, we're pre-selling it at 15, but it's not actually going to be selling at 15. As soon as the set comes out, it's going to be 30,
Right.
25.
Pre-order that shit now.
Yeah, if you can get it, if you can get it for sub 20, you are not making a bad deal on that at all. Because, I mean, on the screen you can see all the prices and stuff of this card has had. $40. Special one is $140, but the Masters 27 is $40. Then you got a gift, a special one again. You know, that's over $40. But OG one, Planar Chaos, $40. It's like you're not losing out on your money. If you get it sub 20, pick it up. One card I want to talk about, because there hasn't been any Madness cards talked about before, but Dark Withering. Black 4 instant, destroy target non-black creature. It has Madness of Black. If you discard this card, discard it into exile. When you do, cast it for its Madness cost or put it into your graveyard. So the cool thing about this is, like, the cards that have an effect where it's like you discard a card in hand to be able to help cast this spell, the Madness cards make those better, because then you get like 2 effects from that. A card I'm going to use is Catharic Reunion. It is red 1 sorcery, discard 2 cards, draw 3 cards. And with that, if you have, red, colorless, and a black mana open, and Dark Withering is one of the cards that you discard, you can now make that a 3 mana, draw 3 cards, destroy target non-black creature.
Too bad Faithless Looting got banned.
You could do it in EDH. Anya Falconwrath, you can do it in there. Faithless Looting into a Dark Withering. Not bad.
Faithless Looting died for Hogak's sins.
Tell us how you feel, JB. But Madness is going to be an effect in Draft. It's going to be pretty solid. I don't know. I've always liked Madness. My wife actually has the Anya Falconwrath EDH deck and has ding-stomped multiple times with that. The synergies that you get from just discarding a card is because, typically cards like, even like Rotting Regisaur, upkeep, discard a card. It's 2 and a black for a 7/6 or 6/7 or a 7/6 dinosaur. And this is in the colors. So at your upkeep, you discard a card. And if you discard a dark Withering, at your upkeep, you just pay 1 black to destroy a creature. And then you can start swinging in with your Rotting Regisaur. And there's plenty of other cards to make you discard as well that I can't think of, but Madness is back. Reprints on that, very nice.
And then we got Extirpate. The poor man's surgical extraction.
I mean, yeah. But it does something good. It can't be responded to because
Right.
it has split second.
Right. It just doesn't have that nice Phyrexian mana that can slot into any deck.
Right, but it's like, how often? Like, this is an argument, not an argument, a discussion point of the meta. It being a meta call. If people are going into a meta expecting to have, the poor man. What's the real one?
What? Surgical extraction.
Surgical
Yeah,
extraction.
surgical.
I just brain farted on his name.
I even said it.
I
sir.
know. Leave me alone. If you're going into a meta expecting to get surgical extracted, but then you come around to, so you have a response and stuff for it, but your opponent instead is doing an extirpate.
Counterpoint here. If you're going into a meta expecting to get surgical extraction, you are playing degenerate fucking Magic, sir, and you deserve to get surgical extraction.
You're cut off. Surgical extraction is like a marquee
Sir, I have
side.
server training. Clearly, you have had too much to drink.
Surgical extraction is a card that shows up in so many sideboards. Doesn't matter like what the meta is already. Like in any event that you're going into, in any top 8 deck, you're going to be seeing a surgical extraction in someone's sideboard, and it just depends on how much. Because I mean, before you'd be using it to tag out an Uro.
And just in case, if for those of you who maybe don't know what surgical extraction is, I'm just going to read it.
Oh yes,
Pulled it up.
Please do.
So it is either pay a black or pay 2 life. That is what Phyrexian mana is. It is pay that color or pay 2 life. And you get, it's a sort, no, this one's an instant.
Yeah, they're all
Surgical's instant.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was looking at something different. When
Yeah.
I was thinking sorcery. Choose a target card in a graveyard other than basic land card. Search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles the deck. It is exactly the same, like JB said. You
Yep.
just don't have that Phyrexian mana.
Yep. The
piece
only
to it.
difference between extirpate and surgical is that extirpate is just a single black. You don't have the Phyrexian, and it also has split second on it, which
at this-
can be relevant.
I was gonna say though too, like when you're thinking about it, if you're weighing the advantages of split second versus Phyrexian mana, I mean, in the meta we play in, I feel like split second would be a lot better.
Right. I feel like you'd be better off with extirpate versus surgical in our local
You can't
meta.
activate abilities on it. And one of the things that you can do with something in the graveyard is like, okay, I'm going to cast this, target it in the graveyard, or I'm going to activate an ability to bring this back from the graveyard. kind of thing.
Exactly.
It's
So,
like,
I
this
mean-
stops that from happening.
And I mean, some of the decks we play against in our modern league at J-Dubs, nice little J-Dubs plug here. They do modern and legacy leagues on the weekend via webcam. So make sure to jump on the J-Dubs Discord and get in the know for when those are happening.
See, yes.
Yes. All right, there we
Yes.
go. Shameless plug.
No, not shameless. Sponsored plug.
Sponsored plug. There we go.
Hashtag actually sponsored.
But I mean, some of the decks we play against in those leagues, very much okay, cool. You're gonna do this. No, I'm gonna make it so your spell fizzles. And so split second in that aspect for some cards would just help out a lot. And I think with the remastering of some of these cards, cool. You know, either I didn't think about using this, or I just couldn't find it. Because for some people, they're very much I only want to support my local game store.
Right.
I will only go online if needed, if I
Right.
desperately want to build this game. And right now,
And that's me. If I can't find it at Josh's, I'll wait until I can try to find it at Josh's, or if I absolutely need it by a certain time, then I will order online. But
Yeah.
most of the time, I wait until Josh gets it in.
exactly. And
Well,
Josh,
do your
Josh
best to
is,
support local.
yeah. Obviously, push comes to shove. If you're trying to build a deck and you're trying to build it by a certain time, you've got a in-person league to play. So like a big official event. Yeah, get the card so you can play the deck you want to play, and you want to play it how you want to play it. But very much, I'm in favor of support your local business when you can,
Right.
especially with this kind of time going on right now.
Side note, extra page is like under $4 too.
Yeah. This is
printing.
this is the cheaper surgical extraction as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, again, it has its bonuses and stuff. It's like, how often are you tapping out, or if you could just keep up that black? In a lot of cases, to stop your opponent from being able to interact with what you're trying to interact with, probably safer.
Exactly.
So it's reprinted. It's good. Just noted here.
Is Matt going to talk about his living end?
I was going to say who's going to take the next big one, because I'm not seeing anything before that I want to talk about.
Yeah, Living End. I love this card. This kind of goes in the same vein of my Is It As Foretold, except it was As Foretold cycling.
See?
Yeah.
Degenerate magic.
Living End. In the same vein as Ancestral Visions, which doesn't have a mana cost. It's a sorcery, and you have to suspend it for a suspend 3 for black 2. Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyards, then sacrifices all creatures they control. They then puts all cards they exiled this way onto the battlefield. So the gist of this kind of a thing with that As Foretold cycling deck is you have a bunch of big creatures that cycle for one. You cycle into your graveyard. You typically don't have a board. Your opponent does. And then you have As Foretold out. You cast Living End with As Foretold, which is an enchantment that is 2 blue enchantments. Beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on As Foretold. And then during each turn, you may cast a spell without paying its mana cost equal to the number of to the number of time counters on As Foretold. Living End doesn't have a mana cost, so you can cast it for free right as soon as you cast As Foretold.
Degenerate.
And then you get all your 6/5.
I will cut you off again.
Your 6/5 cyclers and stuff like that. It just gives you a massive board. And in EDH, this is a very good pickup in EDH as well, because people want board wipes and reanimate spells.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Degenerate.
Shut your whore mouth. Oh. Just quit talking about degenerate magic. Don't play it then.
I don't. I play fair magic.
This is fair magic. It's a card. It's printed. It
not
doesn't.
when you can cast it for fucking free.
Sir, you can at any point in Magic's history, they have made it so you can cast any spell for free.
Yeah, and how many of those have fucking been banned? Free shit is wrong.
Clearly not all of them.
Not all of them.
Do I need to talk about my now tabletop deck that the card that got banned out of it had nothing to do with me casting spells for free?
It died for everyone's sins.
Which card is that?
Mystic Sanctuary.
Oh, yeah. No,
Well, that card needed to go.
My
No,
team
it did not.
No, it didn't. There
Yes,
were
it did.
other cards that needed to go.
If it wasn't fetchable, it wouldn't have been so egregious.
but
But it was fucking fetchable.
But it only worked if you had
a bunch of islands.
a bunch of islands.
Like, where
Yeah,
are
and where does all the island subtypes land?
where are
All your special dual lands and shit.
where the Witch's Cottage? Because Witch's Cottage
Wow,
is the
wow,
creature
wow.
version of Mystic Sanctuary. Getting back creatures is just as good.
Yeah, but there's more efficient ways to get creatures back.
Yeah, there's more efficient ways to be getting spells back too. You get yourself a Snapcaster, a Mission Briefing.
Okay, but can you loop it into a fucking cryptic lock and lock somebody out and make a game fun?
Can you loop it with Can you loop creatures with other things like that, or you just have this awesome one card to be able to do it? Where it's like, hey, I put Witch's Cottage into play, which is the same thing as Mystic Sanctuary, except instead of returning an instant sorcery from your graveyard to the top of your library, you return a creature, and if you have 3 or more swamps.
Yeah, and creatures are way more easily interactable than fucking a cryptic lock.
I think this is the hill he's going to die on.
This is the fucking hill I'm gonna die on. Thank God Mystic Sanctuary is gone. No more cryptic lock.
I am gonna do something for you then, JB. I am gonna make a deck about Witch's Cottage where I tutor it out and
Wade,
just make
congratulations, dude.
Oh, congratulations,
Whoop, whoop.
Wade. Beep, beep, beep. What deck are you running? Don't worry, no big people listen to us. Right?
Is it what JB would qualify as a not fun deck?
Or did you switch to boggles?
Degenerate. No, this is the SCG 5K. This is standard.
Nobody would be caught dead playing boggles in that.
This is the SCG event, not the
not
Mana
the Mana
Traders.
Traders.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Have you or a loved one been affected by Mystic Sanctuary? Call 1-800-SALTY-JB.
Yes. I fucking hate that cryptic lock. Thank God it's gone.
A little known service of this hotline is you can just sit and talk with JB, and both of you can yell at each other over something that nobody really cares about.
Obviously, there's a lot of people that care that Mystic Sanctuary's gone.
JB, your mom's leaving the room. There's too many F-bombs.
Well, it's past her bedtime anyway.
Oh, shit. No, this is where you're supposed to say, I'm sorry, Mom. I love you. And then
It's called earmuffs. Dad, tell her to have my earmuffs.
Hey, JB, apologize to Mama Boggle.
Oh, my God.
You apologize to Mama Boggle, and you tell her you love her.
She's giving you the look.
Oh,
She's giving you the look. JB, fix it now. Fix it now.
Oh, no.
Fix it now.
Oh, no.
You're
I'll
gonna,
fix it tomorrow.
dude, you're gonna die. Tomorrow might be too late.
Tomorrow. Yeah, you're not going to be. So, not only is Danny gone, but JB is going to be gone on Monday. Who's going to be filling
So-
in for JB now?
So anyway, next
Well,
card.
Matt, I think this just became you and me.
Right. So next card.
JB was never seen again.
Jokes on them. It's gonna take them like a day and a half to travel here, so I can hide.
Okay.
Do you doubt the power of the mom look? If she's pissed at you, she will figure out a way.
I
to
can't
get
physically
here.
see it right now, so it's less powerful.
Oh, I don't know. I feel
No,
the
wait.
shakiness
Wait.
knowing
Here
that
we-
it's just
here we go.
brought this. It's looking in this direction.
No, I got this. I got
So
this.
so
It's not
Mind
gonna-
Stab.
It's not going to be
It's a
the
pretty sweet card.
it's not going to be the exact same mom look, but it will get the point home. There you go. Now you can see the mom look. It's not from your mom, but it's from a mom. There you go. Now you can feel it and
It's not-
realize
it's not
that
the
you're going to
same.
die.
It's not the same.
JB.
So
your
next
mom,
card.
Your mom mentioned the Judy list. What's the Judy
God.
list?
What?
What's the Judy
I am
list?
nowhere near on the Judy list, Mom. You stop it right now.
Oh, I
JB,
think
what's
I,
the Judy list?
No, I think I know what this is without knowing
Do
the
you
Judy
want?
list.
Do you
This
want
is
shit roses?
Hold on. Give us a.
my best guess is the Judy list is the list of people that Mama Boggles loathes eternally.
I mean, you're close. You're pretty close.
What's the actual definition of the Judy list then?
It's pretty. It's close. It's. I mean, it's pretty much what it is.
It's the people your mom don't want around anymore.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Ah, oof. Wait, Valley
And
News
you're
Live-
get. She mentioned that.
Valley News Live breaking news. Missing
So-
family man. From
So
area
next card.
gone missing.
Next card.
You're
Hey,
not-
look at
you're-
that. It's
you're-
proper legal even.
You're not making it through this, JP. We still got to roast you here a little
So-
bit. The fact that you have yet to apologize to your mom.
I'll do it later.
You do it
Do
now.
it right
I'll do it
now.
She can see you.
No, she
She
can't.
can see you
No,
and
she
hear
can't.
you.
I'm invisible. I'm hiding behind my microphone. You can't see me.
How hard?
Oh, see, it's just Dad being rude.
The mama list has.
See,
Tom-
Mom texted me. I'm not upset with you. See, I'm off the hook. Dad's just being rude. He's blowing things out of proportion, like
Way
he
to-
does.
Way to go, Papa.
That's
Boggle.
what he does.
Way to give us Matt and I some entertainment.
That's what he does. He goes for the entertainment value.
10 out of 10. Oh, D Moose, you want to take JB's position then when JB gets put on the Judy list?
yeah.
But I'm not because I haven't sent anybody shit roses yet. So we're
Okay, so what's the point with the shit roses then? Is it like roses
You-
always
no.
smell like poo?
fine. No, they're
Or
literally roses made out of shit.
Who the fuck does this?
Seriously, he talks about us playing blue in Magic, and he's playing with shit, making it into roses.
Right?
Who's the degenerate now?
It was for people on the Judy list.
Can we talk about sending shit roses to people?
Can we talk about Mind Stab?
Or
It's
is
a pretty
it-
cool card.
Or is there a statute of limitation on this? Is this like dog shit on a bag on a
I mean,
porch?
as long as there's no return address, I think you're fine.
Well, D Moose, if he's not here, you're not going to be upstaging him.
Yeah.
You're just going to be improving upon.
Hey now, God, you guys are rude. Okay, so next card, Mind Stab. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet card.
Isn't the whole thing of like doesn't it say a lot about
So,
you as a person,
Mind
Demus,
Stab.
that you the generation
in a black.
above this boggle
It's a sorcery.
brings more
With
entertainment
suspend.
value to this podcast.
It's got suspend 4 for a single black.
Man, you're turning red like a rose. Barry. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk about this card now, just because I've thought about dabbling with this card in a deck.
Have you
I
apologized to your mama yet?
You
She's
haven't
not upset with me. I'm fine.
apologize to her.
She's
You
not upset with
apologize
me. I'm
right
fine.
now.
No, she's not upset with me.
You apologize right
Dad's
now.
being rude, so
You apologize right now, or all Matt and I will play is foretell decks.
that's all you're gonna play. You guys are degenerate Magic players.
I will switch over to playing just degenerate decks. I won't play fun interactive
You do.
decks.
You color lock people out. That is not fun.
It happened like
It
three-
is not
It
interactive.
happened 3 times. Calm down.
Yeah, that's 3 times too many.
Happened 3 times.
It's 3 times too many.
And it just happened to be at 3 times where you thought you were going to beat me.
Yeah, because I almost had you. Damn it.
You couldn't even. Your Boggle deck couldn't even beat it.
No, Boggles has never played against your Polymorph.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
Nope, it was my Abzan combo and then something else.
Your Boggles.
No, it wasn't Boggles.
It was because you were like, I just put this Boggles deck together. I'm going to kick your butt. And then I color locked you out.
I don't remember that one. I remember all the other ones, but I don't remember playing Boggles
You
against
beat
it.
him so badly that he had to forget about it.
I thought I only did that to him with allies. Diet slivers.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. Allies are diet slivers.
no, they're not.
Truly,
So,
JB
next
is
card.
our comedy relief, especially down by the river.
Eating government cheese.
That's clippable.
You know what you're going to do? You're going to be living in a van down by the river eating government cheese.
Hey man, hold on. First off, is this a jab at Kamad cheese? Because if this is a jab at Kamad cheese, I am about ready to dink stomp you.
No,
because Kamad cheese is delicious.
it is
sir.
an old Saturday Night Live Chris Farley skit
Okay.
where he's a motivational speaker and he's talking to these two fucking kids that are rolling joints and they get caught and they're like, "You're rolling doobies. You want to be a writer? Yeah, I know what you're using your paper for. You ain't writing. You're rolling doobies. You know where you're gonna be? You're gonna be living in a van down by the river eating government cheese."
Hey man, if I get Kamad cheese all the time, I'd be happy.
It's not that.
Kamad cheese is so good.
You ever had government cheese?
Is it the Kamad cheese?
No.
That's the only thing.
It's
I'm
not
thinking
good
of.
cheese.
I'll take Kamad cheese. If it's Kamad cheese, I'm in.
You don't get a choice. You get what the government gives you, bitch. And it's like Famunda cheese.
Dude, didn't you just get in trouble for your tongue with your mama?
You did. Oh my god. But this cheese talk made me think of a story. So, did you?
Never miss it.
No. There was a cheese
Never
factory
miss it.
in France that exploded the other day.
Omelette du fromage.
All that was left was the debris.
All that was left was the debris.
You guys are terrible. I don't even like you guys anymore. Like, that's not even funny.
Dude, all that was left was the debris.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Debris. Like the cheese.
It's not
The
funny.
cheese factory blew up. All that
It's-
was left, it was the debris.
It's not funny.
No. Because if we're gonna be talking about buildings here.
Mom didn't like the Famunda cheese. All I get is no.
The
Back to the magic cards.
on the topic of buildings, do you know how a penguin builds its house?
No.
It glues it together.
What? What does a fucking penguin and glue have in common? I don't get it.
You're now fun to tell jokes to, JB. I'm killing Big G over here.
What? I don't
With
get
this
it. What is
gold-
what does a penguin and glue have to do?
How
With
does a
each other.
penguin build its house? It glues it together.
Igloo. Iglued it together.
You know the igloo?
Yeah,
The
that's
ice
not
hut?
even.
No, you were
You
just
said
being
it
not-
glues it together.
It glues. Yeah.
It glues.
I
Okay,
said
it
it glues.
It glues is not
Igloos.
anywhere close
Igloos.
to igloo.
It's the play on words.
You enunciated too damn much, sir.
JB is missing this plane by a mile over his head.
That's what happens when you're short. I don't get stupid jokes. So back to the magic cards.
No,
Yeah,
this is
no,
one- this is
no,
one of
no.
all the
I
fish.
I want to talk about this damn card.
What do you call a fish with two knees? Two knees.
So Mind Stab. It's a pretty cool card. I want
On
to talk
top-
about it.
On top of that,
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
You guys are dumb. You guys are so dumb. You guys are so dumb.
This week with dad jokes.
Now I know how Danny feels. You guys are the reason why I drink.
I just want you to know, JB, the fact that you've been fighting this so hard just to talk about this one card makes it even better that we're continuing this rant down here. You're almost been affected by bad dad jokes. Go on. Salty JB. If you or a loved one has been affected by Matt's bad dad jokes, call 1-800-SALTY-JB.
Jesus Christ, you guys are terrible. Just for that, I'm eating all the fucking cookies. Rachel wants me to take the leftovers home, so you guys better leave some, otherwise she's going to be pissed. You guys are rude.
You're not laughing at the jokes, sir. These are gold. These are gold.
They are not. They're like bronze at best.
Did you know
Hey, Matt.
that I got fired at the bank today? A lady came up and asked me to check her balance, and I pushed her over.
Hey, Matt. What rock group has 4 men that don't sing?
What?
Mount Rushmore.
JB in the chat. Lord have mercy. Draw JB a picture. It usually helps. If your husband their week old cookie's bad. Oh. Okay. JB, are you ready now? I think we're good.
What do sprinters eat before a race?
What?
Nothing. They fast.
Oh my god. This week in dad jokes. Okay. New podcast, This Week in Dad Jokes. Have you watched those like dad joke videos where they're just like two people sitting across the table, they come up with their list of dad jokes and
Dude, I crack up every time.
I-
Every time.
should we do just a special this week episode?
I'm down. Let's do it.
Let's do this. Chat, hold us accountable. This is going to be a thing. We're going to make a video.
Hey, why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees?
What?
Because they're really good at it.
Boo.
Fuck all y'all. You guys are dicks.
Your jokes are bad. You should feel bad.
You guys are dicks. I don't put up with this shit.
Okay, well, JB's going to talk about his card, Mind Stab, here in a second. So when he comes.
I'm not talking about it anymore. You shit.
Oh, man. Should we try this ourselves? Do a quick mock run of dad jokes?
Yeah, we'll wait for him to get back. All right, you ready?
Oh, let me pull up a list.
All right. Remember, the goal is not to laugh.
Correct.
Not to laugh.
Okay.
All right.
I can't believe we're fucking doing this.
All right, I'm going first. You ready? What concert just cost 45 cents?
I know this one. 50 Cent.
Featuring Nickelback.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
What kind of noise does a witch's vehicle make?
We're still on this.
I don't know.
Broom, broom.
You almost got me there. But I think I got you here. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Here's one for you. Two guys walked into a bar. The third guy ducked.
Ouch. Why do melons have weddings?
Why?
Because they can't elope.
What do you call a pudgy psychic? A fortune teller.
Fat jokes, huh? Weird. Why did the old man fall in the well?
Why?
Because he couldn't see that well.
It's good. It's good.
Shit, I got myself. All right, talk about Mind Stab.
No.
Oh, you're joining the dance
No.
jokes now? He's like, I don't want to be left
No.
out.
Yeah, eat shit.
Well, no, we're moving on to the cards.
So, no.
Mind
put
Stab.
up
Okay, you got
'Cause
Mind Stab.
You want to know what I'm doing?
So Mind Stab.
No,
is
you want to know what I'm doing?
5
What are you
black
doing? What are you doing?
sorcery.
What are you doing?
Target player discards 3
Matt's
cards.
being a dick.
Hey, JB, what are you doing?
No,
What are you doing?
no,
What are you
Matt
doing?
ruined it.
What are you doing?
Matt ruined
What are
it.
you doing?
Matt ruined it.
What were you doing?
No,
What are you
Matt
doing?
ruined it.
What are you doing? What were you doing?
Starting a new dating service in Prague. It's
Okay.
called Checkmate.
Boo. That one was a good one, though. I like that one. Well, fine then. We're not talking about Mind Stab.
No, we're not gonna anymore because it's
Fine.
a stupid, shitty common.
Fine. Fine. Be that way.
What do nurses and crayons have in common?
We're done with this, Matt.
What? You gotta look. You didn't have it memorized. Come on.
Yeah, you just ruined it. The punchline took too long. Sorry, you're fired.
Sometimes they draw blood.
Yeah. The pause made it worse.
Yeah, no, that's,
Okay.
yeah. Give up.
The whole thing is
Keep
done.
your day job.
Oh, we got one from D Moose here. How can you tell if an elephant was in your fridge?
I don't know. Demoose. How?
And earlier we had Wade. OMG. Not a fan of the dad joke. We lost a viewer. We lost a viewer.
You see what you guys did? You see what you did?
SHREP confirmed. What's that? Sure, confirmed.
5-hour episode confirmed.
Oh, 5-hour episode confirmed. That 5 looked like an S for a second there.
Jeez.
Sure.
Need to get you some bifocals.
Right? Yeah, you give me shit.
Yeah.
The footprints in the butter. JB, where's your funny bone? Clearly you didn't get it from your dad. Your dad is funny.
It's comedy.
No, it's because I'm all about business now.
It's comedy gold up there.
You guys are terrible. And besides, a lot of my jokes can't be said on the air.
Oh, well.
They're,
All right,
they're,
all
they're,
right.
they're that bad.
All right, here we go. Slaughter pack. Honestly, like I'm jumping. There wasn't too much
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah.
up
yeah.
until then.
No,
So
you're
it's
good.
another 0-cost card. Instant. Destroy target non-black creature. At the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 2 and a black. If you don't, you lose the game. So one of those ones that can get rid of an important creature on your opponent's side of the board, or maybe you need to get rid of something on your side of the board so that way you can stay alive.
Right?
But the big thing here is it has to be non-black. So it can get anything and everything as long as it's not a black creature.
Yep.
So yeah, another one of the pack coming
Right.
out of the pack cycle.
Then we got another one of my personal favorites here.
I was
Smallpox.
about to say you're about to say small.
Yeah, smallpox.
New art, too.
No, same art.
That's not the same art.
Yeah, that's been printed before, I think. Pretty sure. I've seen that before.
Oh, it's OG's. Yeah, OG Time Spiral.
Yep.
Yep, they changed up the art in 2012 and Conspiracy and the dual decks. So we're back to the original art.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
talk about smallpox.
So smallpox. It's black sorcery. Each player loses 1 life, discards a card, sacrifices a creature, then sacrifices the land, and burns their blanket. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Leave the comedy to Matt and I, please.
No, smallpox is fun.
And your dad.
I run it in my rack deck. People hate to see it resolve.
You hate to see it here, folks.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. Coming up, uncommon that I think coming is pretty cool in the remastered set is Street Wraith.
I wonder if you're going to talk about that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is 3 generic, 2 black for a Wraith creature, 3/4. That has Swamp Walk, so if your opponents have swamps, it can't be blocked. But you can also cycle this card by paying 2 life. So you discard this card and draw a card.
This is a staple in Dredge, Death Shadow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shadow decks.
You see some of the Living End As Foretold decks running this as well.
Yeah.
It's a free cycler, and it's a 3/4 Swamp Walk is not something to shake a stick at because it's out of bolt range, it's out of fatal push range.
Does the C-clamp sir not a stick?
Yeah, but I can shake a C-clamp at it.
Very solid card. It lowers your life, which is important in certain things. Scourge of the Skyclave is down with this.
Is it down with the sickness?
You down with OPP?
You know me.
two cards that I like in this black
right,
that are
moving
getting
on.
reprinted.
Right? Yeah, moving on.
Sudden Death, black, 1 instant, split second. Target creature gets -4/-4 till end of turn. This I put in comparison with like Dismember and stuff. Because again, split second, like Dismember gets -5/-5. So Dismember is definitely like a tier above what Sudden Spoiling can do.
Right?
But
And it's also Phyrexian mana.
right. So you can pay 1 mana and 4 life to be able to kill something that's 5 toughness. But with this, it can't be interacted with because of split second.
Right? And
Like-
the nice thing to note with the -4/-4 or -5/-5, it gets around indestructible.
Yes.
Truth.
Yeah. So both are good. Sudden Death is definitely a little lower just because, especially in Modern. Modern is a big thing where you want to be fast, you want to be efficient with your mana, and the less mana that you use to have big effects, the better. And the case where it's, 3 mana for -4 does feel a little bad, but I think it's still good. -4 at split second. The other split second card, Sudden Spoiling, black, 1 instant, split second. Until end of turn, creature target player controls loses all abilities and have base power and toughness 0/2. This is an EDH house of a card. Oh, cool. Your Avenger, you made a crap ton of Avenger of Zendikar tokens because of things. And now they're all O2s, and so are all the plant. Well, the plant tokens, they still have their +1/+1 counters on them.
Yeah.
But
And then you cast a Cry of the Carnarium.
yeah. Or if you just have this with Elish Norn out, this is just a board wipe.
Unless it has +1/+1 counters on it.
Right.
Yes, sir.
But still, you're able to take out big things like a lot of commanders. You put an Urza under, like you get the person with an Urza turn.
Oh, jeez.
They're done. Their artifact, their construct is done. Flying Thopters are gone.
Speaking of, I need an Urza. I need just one.
Seems like a blue card, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's in my Brea deck, so.
It's pretty degenerate of you.
It's only for the Thopter Sword combo.
All right, so I'm gonna get to this one before JB does.
Akroma?
Damn.
Angel of Fury?
No, I was talking about Ancient Grudge. You
Oh,
and your
yeah,
Ancient Grudge against blue players.
No, nobody likes Ancient Grudge. It sucks. It's terrible. It's horrible. So anyway, Akroma, Angel of Fury. For 5, red, you get a 6/6 legendary angel. Spell can't be countered. It's got flying, trample, protection from white and from blue. You can also pay a red, and Akroma Angel of Fury gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And it's also got a morph ability, which is pretty cool.
It's not often you're morphing it.
But you can.
You can. The option's there. It's
There's a whole thing with it, dude. Soul Herder Surprise.
right.
They cast it for its morph cost, then they blink it and it comes back.
Right.
So you're casting it for 3 mana.
I think, is Boom and Bust the first split card that we saw in this whole thing so far?
I
Yep.
believe so. I think that might even be the only one.
Ooh, we'll find out here.
Oh, you got dead
Yeah.
and gone.
Boom and Bust, it's a split card. It's 2 cards in one. You choose to cast one side or the other. Boom is destroy sorcery speed, destroy target land you control and target land you don't control. And then Bust is 5 and a red sorcery, destroy all lands. There's a Boom and Bust Boros Modern deck that has Nahiri in there to help get out Emrakul and stuff as a way. It's like blow up all the lands and then drop an Emrakul and GG pretty much. Empty the Warrens is an important card. Conflagrate as well. Conflagrate is XX red, deals X damage divided among you choose among any number of targets, and has flashback of red discard X cards.
Hate to see that in Dredge.
Ooh.
Yep, this is a Dredge staple.
It's a good card. It does what it needs to do. But
Right.
It hurts when it hits you.
It does.
It's
Especially when you've been working hard to get back up in life total, and then all of a sudden just
Conflagrate.
hey,
10,
bye.
5 cards. Flashback. It's good. Empty the Warrens. Create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, and it has Storm. So when you cast a spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn. And it has a cost of 3 and a red.
Yeah,
sorcery speed.
I have PTSD with this.
Yeah, this thing is
No,
pretty good.
the one I think you have PTSD with is coming up.
Well, that one too. Both of them.
Grape shot.
All right, the art's cool though. I'll
I do
give it
dig
that.
the art.
I'll give it that.
I feel like I've seen the art before.
Yeah, it was in a master's printing.
Oh no, honestly, it's been in every printing.
No, OG
except
Time
for,
Spiral.
except for the original.
Yep.
So, I like both. I like the original art too, because it's a little bit more of a those are a bunch of grapes coming at you.
Right. It shows what that is.
Yep.
Like, the point of this is one spell, multiple storm effects, and brrr. But then with this one, it's just like one.
Oh, I suppose this is actually the first storm card we've talked about. So
No,
Empty the Warrens.
Oh yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Just one before. Empty the Warrens. So Grape Shot deals 1 damage to any target.
And then we also got Greater Gargadon.
I love this card.
Yeah, you would.
I feel a lot of salt and shade being thrown between the two of you, mainly from one side to the other.
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm used to it at this point.
Do you guys need counseling?
It's cause he plays too much degenerate Magic.
It's one of those things, like when the kid keeps coming up to you and is like, "Can I do this? Can I do that?" And you're like, "Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh." That's exactly what happens between me and JB. It's just, "Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh." I know. He says things.
Yep.
It ain't going to happen.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go with that.
Magus of the Moon.
Yay! Getting another reprint, because who doesn't like Blood Moon stapled on a creature?
It is 2 colorless, a red human wizard for 2/2. But the ability that everyone loves to hate. Non-basic lands are mountains.
Yep, stupid.
So you got them shocks. You got them fetches you worked to save up for. And they're just really expensive mountains now.
Yep, they just suck.
Can't do a darn thing. But no, it's really fun. I know Wade has played, well, not Magus of the Moon, but he's played Blood Moon in his Naya Garbage Fire deck and thrown people off with that. Oh, it has been funny to hear. But I really do like the new art.
Yep.
Because this is brand new art. Like, I dig this art a lot.
Illustrated by Milivov Sirin.
Yeah, anyway.
Wow, it's only 3 prints.
Jeez.
The more you know.
Rift Bolt.
Whoa.
Real down.
You completely skipped over the MVP of this remastered set.
Prodigal Pyromancer.
Timmy.
The true Timmy.
The true Tim.
Is that who Timmy is?
Prodigal Sorcerer is Tim.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yes. Prodigal Sorcerer is the exact same thing as Prodigal Pyromancer, except it's blue. Prodigal Pyromancer is 2 and a red for a 1/1 human wizard that taps. Prodigal Pyromancer deals 1 damage to any target.
You know what's really fun to do?
Give it Death Touch with Fin of the Fangbearer out.
Even better. Give it Death Touch and Lifelink with Basilisk Scholar.
Yes.
Ping, ping.
Yes.
Ping, 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 ping.
All you need is now,
Ping, ping.
what is that staff, the tribal staff that came out in Morning Tide? When a creature dies, you untap it.
Ping, ping.
What's it called?
Could always just do stuff.
Thornbite Staff.
Yep.
Thornbite Staff. It's an artifact equipment, 4 to cast, 4 to equip, and whenever a creature dies, you untap it, and then it has pay 2 tap. This creature deals 1 damage to any target, but it's cheaper to just have Prodigal Pyromancer do it themselves.
Exactly. But, Boggles, Rift Bolt.
Yeah, Rift Bolt. Good stuff.
That all you had?
Yeah.
Very, very elaborate. Read the card, how about?
Very elaborate.
Let the listeners know what Rift Bolt is, because maybe when you say Rift Bolt, they're like, is this an inside joke that I missed?
I mean, it kind of is.
You're kind of
So-
a joke.
I know. No, I'm so inside, I'm outside.
Watch your words there, bud. Read the card. RTFC.
No, now I don't wanna. Because you're just being mean now. No. These are Rachel's cookies, sir.
All right, Rift Bolt.
These are Rachel's
It
cookies.
is 2 colorless and a red. Sorcery. Rift Bolt deals 3 damage to any target, but you can suspend it for 1 turn for 1 red mana.
Yes, this card has ended my games way too many times. It's stupid.
It's a rotating staple in burn decks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know necessarily what constitutes the change between this and other stuff, because I feel like the slot that takes it up is the Lava Spike. Not Lava Spike. Lava Spike is the sorcery, deal 3 damage to a player, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, but this is the any target. That's kind of the big reason this gets swapped out.
Right,
versus
between that,
targeting a player.
But what's the difference between, like, because those are the 2 slots. That's this one slot that both those cards seem to get changed around in.
I think for some people it's just a personal preference.
Probably.
Like they want to have the ability to, maybe there is something on the field creature-wise that is causing burn damage to not go through or not be as effective, so you got to get rid of that creature. There you go.
Very true. I mean, yeah, I understand the point of Rift Bolt, but you don't see it in every deck.
No, like I said, I think it's more personal preference for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got those burn players that just go, I'm gonna do my one thing and I'm gonna do it well and I'm gonna hit that player.
I see it a lot in prowess. I see it more in prowess than in just standard burn.
That makes sense then because
you're getting a free prowess trigger.
Yeah, that makes more sense then.
Can we talk about the
Simeon Spirit Guide?
You read my mind, JB.
Oh my god, that art!
It's
Rest
so
in
good.
peace,
It is
Harambe.
just great. Oh man, it came back for Harambe again.
Right.
Oof.
Simian Spirit Guide. Red 2/2/2 Ape Spirit. Exile Simian Spirit Guide from your hand. Add red to your mana pool. This one is cool. The text, the flavor text. It's rarely worth questioning where the mana comes from. Just be grateful. Jaya Ballard, Task Mage. Because in the art, like those watching on Twitch right now can see that it's just exuding, radiating magic from its, like, yeah. And the art is so good. Lucas Grasalo, 10 out of 10 art with this. But banned in Modern, can't play it anymore.
Yep.
Legacy, can.
Nerf to deck.
Oh shush.
Yep, the deck died for nobody sins.
Except for its own.
No, Simeon Spirit Guide was not that degenerate.
Okay. Here's one card that I love a lot. Wheel of Fate. This one's also in my Is It As Foretold deck because I have Narset Parter of Veils in there, so opponents can't be drawing more than 1 cards each turn. And Wheel of Fate is one of those suspend ones that have no mana cost. Has a suspend 4 for red 1. And then each player discards their hands and then draws 7 cards. One of my favorite spells of all time. This has had multiple printings, all the same art, but all of them are great. Printed 4 times, sub $3. Solid card for y'all to get. If you guys are looking for a proxy version of Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fate is the one to get. It's the exact, like, yeah. Don't be spending $300 on a Wheel of Fortune when you can get a Wheel of Fate for $3.
Wheel of
Fortune. Would you like to buy a Val?
No.
Oh, damn it.
It's my money.
Here's a good card.
Look at that.
Edge of Autumn. This card needs to be played a little more than I think it should be.
No.
If you control 4 or fewer lands, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle your library. It's a green 1, and then it has cycling where you sacrifice a land to draw a card. So anything that has like Graveyard Reanimate style things going on, Crucible of Worlds, Ramanop, Excavator, Life of the Loam style things, I think Edge of Autumn should be another ramp card that you look in there because, you know, it feeds into your graveyard to where you can have a bigger Lord of Extinction and stuff like that. And it's really budget too.
And I mean too, like if you're doing some kind of landfall deck, like you talked about the
Holy shit!
Crucible
It's not budget. It's not budget, guys. It's $243 for the.
Oh man.
How much is it?
$243 for the Knights versus Dragons, and then the original Future Sight printing is $125.
So Demas,
That's budget.
you bring up a good question. So what happens every now and then is there's a banned and restricted list, and it comes straight from Wizards of the Coast, and they will ban cards based off of certain formats, based off of how gameplay has been going in that format with that card, and they'll kind of look at the decks that are being played and getting top 8s and the percentage of play that happens. And when Wizards feels a card is the main catalyst for Magic potentially becoming not fun to play, they ban the card so that way.
Like the cryptic lock.
So that way, players can be more diverse in the decks they're playing, because once people see how good a card is in a certain deck, they'll continuously play that deck, because some people just want to play the game to win.
Like Uro.
Yeah. So they'll do that. And the easiest way to keep up with them, so on Scryfall, you can search for a card, and it will tell you what formats it's legal in. So looking at Edge of Autumn that Matt just brought up, we're able to look at it. It's not legal in Standard, Pioneer, Brawl, or Historic, but it is legal in Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Pauper, Penny League, and Commander. So I would say Scryfall is the best way to see what format a card is legal in.
I just pulled up Simeon Spirit Guide, and you can see on the screen it's noted red and banned in Modern, to see that it's banned in Modern. Wizards has an incentive to make sure that Magic play happens at a good level, and when decks start to become, quote unquote degenerates, not fun, meta warping, like Big G was saying, if everybody's playing the same deck, that's not good for Wizards, because if people are streaming playing the deck that is doing all this degenerates stuff because of a card, then players do lodge complaints about that, and Wizards does take that in, because Wizards has a small R&D research development team that they have to test cards before they get released, and they're not as vasting. Their reach is not as vasting as the rest of the world playing Magic and stuff like that. So,
and then in more recent years too, things like having Moxfield or MTG Goldfish, where you can post your decks up and results get posted and deck lists gets posted. It is a lot easier for a bunch of players across the world to see, hey, wait, somebody's playing this new card. That would go really good in this deck.
Yep.
And so things go a lot faster. And JB brought up a card, Uro. When it came out, a lot of people were skeptical about it, and they wanted it to get banned right away. But because Wizards' R&D department determined it wasn't meta breaking at the time, because at the time it really wasn't. It was just an annoying card to deal with.
Right.
But when Zendikar Rising came out and Omnath came out and all the landfall abilities got represented in Standard.
Landfall abilities are when lands enter the battlefield. This ability happens, and Uro puts a land into play. So it allows you to get an extra landfall trigger.
So that happened, and that made it a little bit harder. But it was also making it harder for Modern as well. So, like, Uro got banned, and there was actually the most recent BNR announcement. There were a lot of bans and restrictions put on cards.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's where Simeon Spirit Guide got it. Uro got it. Mystic Sanctuary got it. Yeah.
Yeah, those were some of them were big surprises. Like, I think a lot of people talked about Simeon Spirit Guide and Mystic Sanctuary. Kind of just came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Where people had their complaints against them, but they were more concerned with Uro.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. It's when it comes to Wizards printing these cards, it's a fine line that they got to walk to push the power of a card to make it interesting enough for people to go out and buy packs. But if they make it too powerful to where they got to ban it, that kind of it looks bad on WotC. And with everything that's been going on recently, this last couple of years has been the biggest years that Wizards has banned cards. Like, there's some banning of sorts every quarter.
Like Oko.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a line where it makes sense. They're a company; they want people to be interacted, engaged into the game. So you got to keep kind of like one-upping yourself with powerful cards, and they make these powerful cards that are now too powerful for what the format can handle. Then they're gonna have to ban it.
And like Matt brought up too, the R&D department is smaller, where the vast world of Magic players can see things that maybe the R&D department doesn't see, or the R&D department maybe crosses their fingers and goes, maybe no one will see this for a few months.
Like
There we go.
Oko.
Yeah.
That was a big mistake. That card should not have been printed.
Nobody
the way it
knew
was.
what that card was gonna do, because I don't know if you all remember, like leading up into Eldraine, it wasn't until like a week or two after Eldraine when people had the card in and realized what they can do. A lot of other content creators and Magic players were looking at this card and they were just like, "It's an okay card," It's
yeah,
like,
and then somebody nail hit the head, and they're like,
right. They're like, oh, you can target
wait,
other people's shit with it.
the fact that it's like it completely got rid of the ability of the card. It's like you don't get what you wanted to do anymore, and yeah, it was a whole new. Oko was a whole new introduction of what Magic is gonna be looking like, and it definitely floored a lot of us. It caught us all off guard of what Magic is capable, what Wizards is capable of creating in the Magic world.
And a lot of people, I think the biggest thing that a lot of people were saying, or at least a lot of people I talked with, was, so Oko was a Planeswalker Demoose, just in case you didn't know. And Matt's going to pull it up for you so you can read it and see it and all the wonderful splendor of it.
Right. Isn't it only legal in like 2 formats now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Vintage and Commander.
Pretty sure.
Do you know how to spell Oko?
No, Scryfall is just taking.
Oh.
Thief would be.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I-E, but.
I before E except after C.
There we go. Oko, Thief of Crowns. It is colorless, a green, and a blue. The +2 ability for this Planeswalker is create a food token, which gives you life, and it's an artifact. That is kind of one of the bigger things. And then the +1 ability is target artifact or creature loses all abilities, becomes a green elk with base power of 3/3, or base and toughness of 3/3. A lot of people don't even look at the bottom one because
Right.
nobody ever used it.
Exactly. There was no point.
So I know a lot of people I talked with were like, if that middle ability would have been a negative ability of some sort,
If it was a
would have been
-1
better.
instead of a +1, it would have been
or even hell,
a
just
completely different world.
I think it would have been even completely different if it wasn't or if it was a 0. It wouldn't have been too
Right.
much different because, like I said, no, I don't think I've ever seen the ultimate get used on me.
No.
I don't think I ever have.
No, it's never even been used on me either.
always been the +1 ability that hinders my gameplay. But you know what? Within the color scheme, within the lore and everything, that fits. But yeah.
Even if it would have been just 1 extra mana,
Yeah.
would have made a world of difference. But the fact that it's 3 mana, comes in with 4 counters, and has 2+ abilities that are bonkers as hell, it was just busted from the get-go.
Banning does have a little bit of effect on the card. It depends on what format it gets banned in. So,
Go back up to the ban formats.
all of them. All of them except for Vintage and Commander.
Look at all that red and all that
Oof.
glory.
Yep. It hits the card sometimes, and it's actually surprising that this card is still like around a $20 card.
Mm-hmm.
After being banned in every place, people in Commander still love this card, I
Because
guess.
it's that broken.
It's so much fun to play.
So
much fun.
Right. So typically, if this card wasn't banned, I imagine the price of this card would not.
Well,
it'd be more.
Yeah, it'd be up towards that $100 mark.
Well, you remember what it was before I got the axe in standard.
It was sitting at what, 60, 70?
Yeah, let's take a look.
It was a pretty
Let's
spendy
see.
card.
Look at stocks.
Because I remember I unloaded mine right around that 40 mark.
Yeah,
I
I
think-
kept mine because I wanted them.
Danny kept his
Yeah.
too. He had the borderless one, and I was
yeah.
like, dude, you need to
That one-
unload that before it gets banned in tanks.
All-time high, $64, and this was like right after it came out.
And
As you
that-
can see at the beginning, again, the hype leading up to the set, like people didn't know what it was gonna do. No one knew that it was gonna be that good, so it dipped down, and then people like, boom, we got it in hand, we can start playing it. Moved up in price, and then this dip right here, in November, it got banned super quick.
And I think that was just the standard ban.
That was
too.
just the
Yep, that
standard
was
ban.
and
just
then it
standard
popped
ban.
back up.
Yep,
Because
and then it
of
went
modern.
down in Pioneer, and then it got the axe in.
It got the Axe of Modern then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the same time.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and then it just kind of like flatlined, and that was just started slowly creeping back up there.
Which is I enjoy
Right.
keeping them. I play them, so it's not like I don't.
Right. Danny doesn't play his. It just sits in his binder.
Yeah.
But here we are talking about Time Spiral Remastered.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, look, we got another pact.
Jeez, you scrolled way the heck down there.
Mm-hmm.
I did that.
Because
That's
green is not really that impressive right now. to me.
Hey.
Like, it's just, I don't know. Some of these, like, they're good,
Hey.
but they're
Well,
not,
you got evolution charm. The charms are back.
Yeah.
Charms are a good thing. They are one spell with 3 different abilities on them, and it allows you to have that flexibility. One of the coolest things with Magic cards that can do more than one thing, that values the card higher because it is that flexible card. It's that pivot card to where it's like, it's the Swiss Army knife that I need in a situation, like in my deck. It's like, am I weak on this one thing? I can use this. So yeah, Evolution Charm, green 1, instant, choose one, search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your library, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or target creature gains flying till end of turn. This card does so much. It gets you a land, it gets you a creature back from your graveyard, which is good because if it's in the graveyard, clearly it got killed, but it was a threat to where people are like, I don't want you to have that card anymore. And this gets it back. So for 2 mana, it's not a bad value.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, I mean, there's a lot of other good, like we've got the pump spells, the pump enchantments, Gross and Grip.
Might of Old Crosa.
Yeah.
Hypergenesis, Harmonize.
Oh,
How do
God,
you guys
I-
miss out
I-
on those two
Okay,
right there?
Hypergenesis is banned in Modern, though, so that makes it really hard to even...
But it's in Commander still.
It is in Commander. It's a good card.
This is another one of those suspend cards without a mana cost. It has suspend of green 1/3. Starting with you, each player may put an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land from their hand onto the battlefield. Repeat this process until no one puts a card onto the battlefield. This thing is bonkers.
I'm excited. I do want to get one of those, and for one of my Commander decks. And sitting in at $2, and
Yeah, you can
the
get these super cheap.
remastered version is more than the
Well,
original
yeah, because it has
because
the
it
hollow
jumped up.
stamp and the border has been updated.
Well, and then it jumped up to Mythic too, so that plays a little bit of a factor, but not too much.
Right.
But that'll be a good card I should go pick up. And now I have like we talked about, sometimes this is just these remastered sets are nice because it's like, oh man, I forgot about that card, or I didn't even know about that card.
Right.
Because you decide not to scry all cards.
We got Krosan Grip getting a reprint as well. This is a Commander staple. Green 2 instant, split second, destroy target artifact or enchantment. This has been a key card in a lot of Commander decks because, again, the fact that it has split second, your opponent can't respond to you destroying their Cathar's Crusade, to their Zendikar Resurgence, to their Mirari's Wake, and all those things.
Aetherflux Reservoir.
Aetherflux Reservoir.
Spear bomb.
Yep. You can tag out one of the that artifact that destroys an artifact or an enchantment that you got in your one deck there, because it can stop that. It's like, I don't want you to pop that off at any time to hit my enchantment that I got coming. So it's like
Dispeller's Capsule.
There we go. Dispeller's Capsule.
Okay.
I cast Krosan Grip to destroy that, to make sure that having my enchantment or artifact isn't threatened by your thing. So yeah, split second, super powerful. Land of War Mentor. This one's a cool one. It's green, 1 green for an elf Spell Shaper. You pay a green, tap, discard a card. Could be important for madness effects.
Shits out Llanowar elves.
It may create a
Yeah,
1/1
buddy.
green elf druid creature token named Llanowar Elf. It has tap at a green.
Dumb.
This card is super cool. Elf decks play it, and
Yeah. I don't play it in mine, but I think in my like commander decks I will.
Might of Old Cross is getting a reprint. Infect players. It's a cheap card already, but Infect players love that.
Boo.
I love this.
Boo. The one I'm really excited for, and I'm excited for the new art. Keep scrolling down, baby.
Which one?
Let's see. Search for tomorrow.
Yep.
An amazing ramp card. Ramp being trying to make sure you have more lands than what turn you are on. So if you're on turn 3, ramping is having 4 lands.
Yeah. And then just suspending, so that way you get a free spell in 2 turns, so that way you have mana open. It's like you put it on the battlefield not tapped, mind you. Not tapped. So if you do this turn 1, turn 3, you have 4 mana to put on the battlefield,
Exactly.
which is pretty bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
But then I know, JB, wanted to talk about this one. The pack.
Yep, the other pack that's
Right.
been reprinted.
The Summoner's Pact. Primetime players rejoice. Woo! So it's 0 mana instant spell. You search your library for a green creature card, reveal it, put it on into your hand, and then shuffle your library. At the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 2 green. If you don't, you lose the game.
And the art stayed the same. The art's really nice on this one.
It's iconic.
Yeah. And actually the fun part about, well, they don't have a price for the remastered version in US yet.
I imagine it's going to be sub $10. Like everything else is around $10.
Yeah.
So it's like
the original Future Sight one is 14 and some change, and then everything else is 10 or below. But looking at the euro pricing for it, the initial one, because the euro pricing is €8 and some change, and then the original Future Sight version is €9, well, almost €10. So it'll be around that $12 to $10 mark. So yeah, good card. Good card, and it needed some reprints.
yeah, put it in players' hands.
Yeah. But I know I like this one.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
a staple in
I'm-
my Jund decks.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we're looking at the same card.
Yep. Tarmogoyf.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a colorless and a green. It is a star / 1+ star creature card. Tarmogoyf's power is equal to the number of cards of card types among cards in all graveyards, and its toughness is equal to the same +1. So this means if you lay this card down turn 2 and your opponent has been playing fetch lands and maybe somehow got a surgical extraction out or Thoughtseize, so an instant or a sorcery, that means there are 3 card types in graveyards right now. An instant, a sorcery, a land. So your creature is a 3/4 for 2 mana. Dear God.
Yes, this thing gets out of hand real
Oh,
quick.
love it.
I'm just surprised right now looking at some of these prices on the prints. I'm surprised that the Ultimate Masters print is like $31.
Yeah.
I thought it was still higher than that. Like, I am really surprised that it's as low as it is.
And I've got to say this. I'm excited that they went back to the original art for this.
Right, yeah, because it's the Future Sight art.
Yep.
Yep.
Because-
OG art.
It's not that I don't like the Modern Masters art or the Ultimate Masters, because, you know, those are the arts that I have. But good God, if I could just get my hands on a couple of these original arts, I would love it.
Right.
I wish it was still in the original border for the Future Sight border.
Right.
But-
oh my God, I love the Future Sight border. I'm so mad that they didn't.
But I do like
Use-
the art, and this Justin Murray is the artist on this one.
Right.
Oh, he did such a great work on it. This creature looks massive and just wants to eat you, which it's eating humans or elves in the art,
Right.
and it's awesome. And what doesn't grow dies, and what doesn't die grows. The Tarmogoyf is the flavor text. Oh,
No, like
And this one, like the pricing for it too on release out of the remastered, it's gonna be higher than some of the other ones, and I think that is just because of the
OG art. Yep.
And it's
But
not a
it doesn't
thing.
look like it's gonna be much based on the euro price. I think you're probably looking at maybe like what, $5-6 US difference.
Let's see. It'll be sitting probably about $35.
Right, and that's
Based
what I'm
off
thinking.
of the
So you're looking at
modern
about like $4 or
masters.
$5 difference
Yeah.
US.
Which, you know what? This is going to be one of those ones. It will go up.
Right.
It will go up after release.
Yeah,
But-
easily. If you pull them, give it a couple weeks, and then
Oh, and
you
God,
can
if you
start.
pull them foil, keep those babies.
God, yeah.
Let them go up, and then if you really just need multiples of them, get rid of the foil. Get a couple non-foils.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That is sometimes, here you go, big MTG finance move for
Big
you.
brain moves.
Big brain move. If you need multiple copies, but you only pulled a foil, as much as those foils are pretty, if you need more copies versus a foil copy, make sure to sell off your foil copy
Or trade them off.
or trade them off, because
like I
there's
did
some
with that hex drinker with you.
there are
You
some
know how much stuff I got for one card?
there are some
I got a
players
shitload.
that want the pretties. Like
Yeah.
JB makes fun of me a lot because I like the pretties, and he likes to call me a whale because I like the pretties.
Yep.
Right, but I
As-
capitalize on that when we trade because I
Exactly.
trade him the pretties and I get like 15 cards for one card.
And
And
that's
it's all
good
stuff
value.
that I need for my decks to complete my decks.
And up until about 3 weeks ago, I got to hold it over his head that I got the sickest deal ever on getting a pretty, and it was a euro. Not euro, euro.
Yep, because I traded my Euros off. I ended up pulling 3 out of, let's see, what was it? Like a couple packs, a pre-release, and a box
Yeah, and
of,
you traded me off the pre-release
of
one.
Theros.
Oh.
I ended up getting 3 Euros. I got a
got
foil and 2 non-foils.
I got one of those non-foils.
And I
foils.
traded them all off when they were at about $25. Well, I think it was like 2 weeks later, it spiked to almost $50.
I dropped mine. I traded mine into J Dubs for $46.
Exactly. And I sat there with my foil pretties going, JB.
Yeah, JB just wanted off on that really quick.
Yeah. It's almost as good as just looking at Matt and going, Black Leaf Glyphs.
Right?
Oh man, that story will never get old.
It never will.
No. It
All
never
right.
will.
Are we seeing
Okay,
it?
so-
we can start moving along a little bit.
Well,
Virulent
here's-
Sliver.
No, here's a
Really?
cool
You're
one.
picking slivers?
No, here's a cool one I want to talk about.
Okay, which one?
That
You
I'm
would.
thinking about for Commander. Just whether it's in a 99 if I rebuild Slimefoot again or if I just go mono.
I know where
Okay.
he's at.
So, it's called Thelen of Havenwood. It's green for a 2/2 legendary elf druid. Each fungus creature gets +1/+1 for each spore counter on it. You can pay black-green, exile a fungus card from a graveyard, put a spore counter on each fungus on the battlefield. So this kind of excites me because there's a lot of cards in this set that have to deal with spore counters and creating saprolings, and guess what? Slimefoot loves saprolings.
Well, and then you can always just
But saplings aren't
you
funguses,
can always just proliferate too.
right?
Those spore tokens on creatures. So
Mm-hmm.
There are 44 fungus cards right now.
yeah, you can make a pretty decent deck
Right?
out of that.
Because when I had Slimefoot built, I had a lot of fungus stuff, and there was a lot of stuff that pumped fungus creatures
So
too.
so would you put this in the 99 then?
See,
or
that's
would
what
you
I'm
make
wondering,
this the
because now that I
commander?
look closer at it, I didn't realize that it was a black-green activation, so it is still black-green.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's one of those things where I don't know if it would have this as the commander and Slimefoot being the 99, or Slimefoot being the commander and this being the 99.
So you just
I don't know.
I think
It's something that could be interchangeable.
I think you'd rather have
No.
Slimefoot as
that
the
would
commander.
Be, I think that would be just a good 99 card
Right.
for you.
'Cause-
If that's what you're going.
Let's see. This is because Slimefoot is 1 mana more. You get a 2/3. Like toughness isn't, but this creates the mana. Like you always want to have something in your command zone to where you can use it optimally.
Right.
This
and
just makes a
Slimefoot is
token
the
out of
sack
nowhere.
outlet for
Right.
the saprolings.
And this you're going to need stuff in your graveyard already. So this was going to be more beneficial in the 99 compared to Slimefoot the Stowaway as your commander. So yeah, I would say make a Slimefoot deck and have
'Cause I do.
yourself Thylon of Havenwood in the 99.
I do miss that Slime Fight deck. It was fun. It was really fun to play.
Happen. Make it happen. Rebuild it.
Right? I thought about it.
All right, we're gonna skip over what Matt wants to talk about.
Virulent
'cause-
Sliver,
'cause
1
no-
green, 1
no.
1 sliver. All slivers have poisonous 1. There, done.
And
No.
Poisonous One, for those at home who aren't aware, is basically the first version of Infect, and Matt loves Infect.
Yes, because Matt's a degenerate Magic player.
This is still the point where I'm
A player
not
with
gonna
10 poison
I'm
counters
not gonna
loses the game.
stoop down to you and say it's
Okay,
degenerate.
no, I call bullshit because how many times did you guys rag on me for saying degenerate stuff, and you guys had back and forth about, oh, this is degenerate, oh, that's degenerate, degenerate came out of your mouths, but no,
Wait, what were
nobody
we-
says shit.
What were you saying was degenerate?
You guys are assholes.
What were you saying that was degenerate?
There's lots of stuff. You
Tonight?
guys yes.
Like
when?
what?
Example.
Yes, you'll
JB.
know when you go back to edit this shit. You'll go, JB was right.
No, JB, I think you're just taking your Ambien too soon.
I think as you're
No.
editing this, if you don't find anything, the title needs to be Special Episode Time Spiral Remastered. JB was wrong.
No, because you guys were throwing degenerate around like nobody's business.
I was-
And I
We weren't.
didn't yell at you guys.
The title for this I was thinking of, for how long we've been recording this, is going to be the Time Spiral, or This Week in Time Spiral.
It might as well be.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, so
We're getting close to the end,
Oh,
though,
my
guys.
goodness.
Thank you for riding this whole way. If you made it to the... Actually, let's do a little plug here. Let's
Yeah,
do a
there we
little
go.
test. If you guys made it to this point of the podcast, send us a message on Twitter, on Facebook, on Discord, anywhere, and just message me, JB, Big G, or somebody. I don't know no snakes.
No. Message degenerate.
that's going to be too obvious.
Yeah.
Will it?
Yeah, this is why it's just taking random. I don't know no snakes. This is the beer that I was drinking earlier. So if you're listening to the Twitch stream right now, you can message and do that too. But no, this is the thing. You have to listen in the podcast form, not the Twitch. Yeah. So you're in the podcast. You listen to this. You message me. I don't know no snakes. I will send you a booster pack for my collection of booster packs. I have.
Do I get to pick?
You don't get a pick. You're here.
No, Matt gets to pick.
Yeah, I'll pick a random pack. I'll mail it to you. Just let me know the code is I don't know no snakes.
texted me.
I said you have to listen to the podcast, not the Twitch. But honestly, D-Moose, since you made it this far, I will definitely, since you're in the Twitch, the only one right now,
The only exception.
you'll get a pack too. We'll send it with.
All right, Sliver players, rejoice.
Yay.
The multicolor is pretty much you.
Yes.
But
basically all
I'm
Sliver.
skipping all the way to the salty end.
Oh.
Sliver Legion.
Oh.
Oh, you missed some good ones. We're gonna jump back up. But tell us about Sliver Legion.
Sliver Legion is Wooburg, so one of each color of magic. All slivers get +1/+1 for each other sliver on the battlefield. Yuck.
Disgusting.
Yuck.
Gross.
That being said,
This card was expensive too.
slivers are extremely fun to play, like we've mentioned. They work so well together, but if you're on the other side of it, you are hating your life. And this card, this definitely needed the reprint because the original version, as of right now, is sitting on $105 for just regular printing, not even
Yep.
foil. So the remastered version coming out is pre-release pricing at $60, which honestly, because it has the gift card sets version, which is the most expensive at $135, and it does have a different art, and that art is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't that one have the shooting star too?
Yep, the shooting star as the watermark.
Yes, Sliver players rejoice. Sliver Legion is back. This thing is bonkers. You open it. This slivers are a hard card to reprint into sets, so this is not going to be getting printed as easily and stuff. So if you
No,
get
no, no,
this, you're going to be making good money.
So, predictions for Modern Horizon 2. They're going to put slivers in that too, like they did in 1?
There's a good chance for that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't-
probably.
I don't see why not.
Probably. But yeah, So this is sitting at 60. So this might be one of those cards too. Like if you're looking to build slivers,
Now's your chance to get in, especially if you want Sliver Legion, because Sliver Queen is even more stupidly priced. That thing is so expensive.
and yes, Wade, we're still going. We're on the multicolored.
Yeah,
now.
we're multicolored.
We're almost done.
Yep. Well, no, we're almost done with up to colorless, and then it's lands, and then
We gotta
we
talk
have
about the time
shifted.
Yep.
So yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I took a nap today because I was prepared for this.
Good,
Yeah,
yeah,
well.
because, bitch, you're staying up till 3 a.m. with me. We're playing cards after this.
I'm down.
All right, let's get moving here.
And you are too.
Fuck off.
We're locking you in this house, sir.
You want to fight me right now?
Matt will fight you. He's my champion.
That's a
He
bad
was-
champion.
He
to
was
choose.
too afraid to fight me about a sticker on his TV. He ain't gonna fight me about getting out.
Who said I was afraid to fight you on that? You were just saying that because you were talking to Queen Boggles, saying that, hey, I'm bigger than you think I am. I'm more dense. I'm a garbage man. I throw dumpsters around.
You don't throw the dumpsters. You have a machine on your truck that throws them.
He throws dumpsters.
Why you gotta do
If-
me like
if
that,
you-
JB?
Yeah, if you don't get it, that's his joystick.
Get your minds out of the gutters, you fucks.
All right, let's
Look at me.
Niv visit and talk about the rest of these cards so we can
Okay.
move on.
Let's
Okay,
call-
so
let's-
we're on to colorless?
Yeah, Glittering Wish, new card.
Oh, no, that's still multicolored, sir.
Yep.
Yeah.
I skipped away to the end.
You may reveal a multicolored card you own from outside the game and put in your hand. Exile Glittering Wish. It is green-white sorcery. Wish cards are always cool. There's always the discussion of having a wish board in Commander, where that is probably like the bigger topic of having a wish board for Commander. Right now in Modern or Legacy, you got the Karn wish board where you can just be wishing things out of your sideboard from there. So it's notable that it's here.
Okay, so we get on multicolored then?
You mean colorless?
No, we're good on multicolored.
Oh yeah, we're good on
So
multi.
we're
Unless
onto
you
colorless.
unless you want to talk about any others.
Nope, because it's basically all slivers, and slivers suck.
Well, I mean, you got Jorah of the Gitu, Suspend Commander. People like to do that. Karavek the Merciless, Chaos, Rakdos Commander, where everybody's casting spells, dealing damage. That's getting reprints. Neither of them were super expensive. They got reprints, and they were pretty low, but, good to see them coming back.
Okay,
More
well, there you
accessible.
go. You covered it. So now we're on colorless.
Yep.
Okay, so Tron players rejoice. You get a sweet, sweet art in Chromatic Star.
Yeah. This
Single-
thing looks so good.
Single colorless
It's just-
artifact. You pay a colorless. Tap it. Sacrifice Chromatic Star. Add 1 mana of any color. When Chromatic Star is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card. So it's a mana filter. And dude, this art is awesome. I'm not
It's
gonna
so
lie.
good.
This art is legit.
I want to put this on top of my Christmas tree next year.
Right? Dude, it's so cool.
Oh, then mono players rejoice. Gauntlet of Power got the reprint.
Yes. This card is needed for a reprint. If I'm not mistaken,
Even-
it was like $60.
Yep, I
Right?
think so. I'm
Oh,
pulling
no,
it up.
times-
No,
Original was $20.
yeah, 20 sitting at 23 right now, and
Yeah.
actually it doesn't have any pricing for the remasters yet.
I imagine it's going to be around that 20
Yeah.
bucks then.
Oh, okay. So,
It'll probably kind of sit towards the 15.
right.
It is at
to
Mythic
start.
though, so it'll probably jump up higher.
Right.
than 20.
It will after release, but you never know.
Okay. So, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You,
You
want
know
to talk
how
about Hivestone?
No,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want to talk about Hivestone. So, you know how the box or the buy box promo is Lotus Bloom, right?
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
Okay. So, it's got that different art, right? Well,
Yep.
it looks like there are going to be 2 different arts for it. You got the buy box art,
Yep.
and then you got
The regular art.
the
of it.
regular art Lotus Bloom too. So, you can actually get more than just one Lotus Bloom.
Right.
Yep.
Quick side note with that Lotus Bloom, a potential foreshadowing or I don't know foreshadowing into the foiling process of this set. So, to those that don't know, Time Spiral Remastered was actually supposed to get printed, and it was already printed last year in 2020. It was supposed to get shipped to us, but due to COVID delays, shipping delays, it got pushed back till now. And so one of the things is a lot of these cards, if you look at the bottom, they're all copyrighted into 2020. One of the main reasons why, when we get to the list, there's a card on there that has an artist that Wizards no longer works with, but the art is still on there because it got printed just after they're like, yeah, we're not going to be working with this guy anymore. So we were supposed to get this set sooner. And because of that, everybody has, like, they've been sent, they've been printed, everybody's been waiting to get them. Stores, LGSs have gotten their buy a box promos, the promo Lotus Bloom and stuff. And at J-Dubs, he showed me the cards, all of them, and they're still in the packs for the Lotus Blooms, and they're starting to curl just in the packs already. And we're all hoping that that is not indication that the foils in this are going to be the bad foils of curling, because one of the things when it comes to this set, Wizards wanted to like capture Time Spiral as it once was before, so they said that they were going through the old printing and foiling process of that time, including with the time sheets. The time sheet's definitely going to be the biggest point when it comes to the foils, because those are going to clearly be more valuable. Those are going to be a little harder to find. And if the Lotus Bloom, which is in the old style, old border art, is curling already, that I don't think that's a good indication for the rest of the cards being of the quality of back in original Time Spiral, because OG Time Spiral foils were good. You can find them and they're not curled. So just want to put that there. That's the foiling is not going to be don't hold your breath.
Right.
I don't think anyone's holding their breath right now with foiling
Right.
and how things are going.
But I think the thing is, though, it's more devastating because Wizards did say, to keep it true to Time Spiral, we're going to go back to that old foiling process that they did back then. And so if that's the case, it's like
I think
something got fucked up.
no, I think at this point they just meant the look, not how they're foiling, just
yeah.
how it looked.
They could, if that is the case, then yeah, they're doing that because they're going to be putting the shooting star at the bottom of those time shifted cards.
But at the same time, too, maybe, even though the buy box promo is in that older style, maybe it really is kind of just a, hey, it's in the older style, but it's a buy box promo, and maybe they did it the current way they're doing it. Who knows?
Right. Because I'm definitely hoping that it's on like a different sheet kind of a thing.
I've got my fingers crossed, but I'm prepared.
Right. I'm prepared for Pringles too.
Let's see.
So look, we got a prismatic lens is getting printed again.
Woo!
Maybe I can finish my playset out.
2-drop mana rock. Important. And then
Do
it
you
filters.
need some?
Angeltron, baby. It's my filter piece now that Astrolabe got banned.
Yep. To those that listen to the WOB episode.
Yep.
Wob.
Yep.
Wob.
That's why I was pissed about the Astrolabe ban, because I had stock in Astrolabe. I had it in my Soul Herder deck and my Angeltron.
Yeah.
It was a really, really, really good filter.
Stuffy Doll is reprinted.
Yes. Stuffy Doll.
With OG art. Very grim.
Love me some Stuffy Doll.
5 mana, 0/1 indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, choose a player. Whenever Stuffy Doll is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. And then it has tap. Stuffy Doll deals 1 damage to itself. So there is that Meteorite suspend card that deals 13 damage to a creature. Can't remember what it's called, but it's in the set. So
Yeah, it's red.
Yeah, you can draft this where you do a Stuffy Doll, Shivan Meteor. You can Shivan Meteor, Stuffy Doll, and deal 13 damage to an opponent in draft. So just let it know that that is there. It's also important because the stop hitting yourself style decks in EDH are a thing, and in modern you got
Stuffy Dolls in Muldrotha.
Yeah.
Same with Creepy Doll.
Now we move to the land sections.
Lands, yeah, we got storage lands coming back.
That's important. I like storage lands.
Yep. Storage lands are good. I like them in EDH.
Yeah. They're very good. It's one of those mana sinks that, a lot of decks should think about having mana sinks in an aspect like this, because even putting in 1 or 2 storage counters is going to be helpful at any later point in the game. It's like, okay, I now have that extra mana to be able to cast this thing. Ramp up a little bit, cast more spells on a turn, because casting more spells is always going to be beneficial to you. So they're here. They were already easy to get, but now they're going to be easier. And then they got the new updated border compared to their older counterparts, which the last time they got printed was in Time Spiral.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, they had been printed in Commander sets too. Dreadship Reef, that got printed in Commander.
Some of them did.
Crap ton.
Right.
They're cheap cards. It's just now and they should have been pretty easily accessible, but now it's just, it's a remastered set. But Dryad, Arbor.
Yes. I was a little disappointed we didn't get new art.
Yeah, but at the same
It's good.
time, I like the art. So.
Yeah. It's
I
good.
don't
Is
mind
this
it,
new?
but
Is
I
this
feel
not
like
new art?
No, that's old.
Oh,
That's
it's just
future
original.
sight art.
It's just more colored up.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's also not in the future sight border.
Well, they weren't going to do that anyways.
Right.
But it's a lot better than the From the Vault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of From the Vault.
Like I'm
This
a
looks
big
way
fan of like cards that are textless, full border type of stuff, but that one it's like, come on.
Yeah, it's just
Yep.
So
Gemstone Caverns.
no, we're getting another reprint that needed to be done after the spike.
Oh, Flagstones.
Yeah,
Yep,
Flagstones.
Flagstones. Good stuff.
Legendary land taps to add whites. When it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may search your library for a plains card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library.
Which, okay, by the way, I just picked up 2 of these cards
Flagstones?
for like $3 a piece.
Not Flagstones.
Yes, Flagstones.
You picked
Where?
them up?
Ultimate Masters. I picked them up. They were in the lands binder at J-Dubs.
That's weird because they're sitting at like $13.
Uh-huh. That's why I picked them up. I was like, no way. Are you kidding me right now?
Another reason to go to J-Dubs.
I was like, I'm snapping these up, and they immediately went into my D&T.
You get their old school LGS style, so like you can find good cards in their boxes and their binders because they don't continuously go through their stuff to look at their collection. Like they don't have everything behind their counters where they're looking behind it and then type it up. They have it for you all to look at.
The boxes and binders I look in are behind the counter.
Well, yeah,
It's the ones that are like they're boxes. I call them buckets because they're just little buckets for
fat
each
packs.
format. They're like the $5 to $10 cards, and then their binders are like $5 to $2.
yeah, and they don't.
And you can find
price
some good
out.
stuff in there. Let me tell you what.
You can. When Bogart Harbinger, the goblin, went up in price, they had that in their bulk bins and stuff. I pulled 3 of them. 3 of them for 50 cents.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. If
So.
you want to find cards that just spiked and you know they're going to be from a bulk bin, go dig in a bulk bin. And I'm sure that's true anywhere.
Yep.
You could go dig in them bulk bins, man. You'll find gems like nobody's business. It is worth your time.
True dat.
Gemstone Cavern.
Right?
This is a card that has been getting talked about a lot now since Simeon Spearkite got axed.
Yep.
It is a legendary land, upshifted to mythic. If Gemstone Caverns is in your opening hand and you're not the starting player, you may begin the game with Gemstone Cavern on the battlefield with a luck counter on it. If you do, exile a card from your hand. Then it has tap, add colorless. If Gemstone Cavern has a luck counter on it, instead add 1 mana of any color.
Then we got Garrett, you want to take T West?
I'll take the one after it.
I'll take
I
T
want
West.
Urborg though.
I'll take T West. Tolarian West. This card has been upshifted to rare. Every time it was printed, oh wow, it's only had 3 printings.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got like 20 something fucking Tolarian Wests in the future sight border then. Holy crap. I did not realize that old school one is $6.88. But Tolaria West is a land, enters the battlefield tapped. It has tap, add blue to your mana pool. It has transmute of blue 1. So you discard this card, search your library for a card with converted mana cost 0, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. Transmute only as a sorcery. This card's in a lot of my decks that are blue because, blue has a hard time getting different types of lands, and Transmute is a way for you to get those lands. Like, oh, I need a Bajuka Bog instead of a Teleria West in this key moment.
Right.
Going to get that.
Or the biggest thing, the first time I ever saw this card being played and used was in Primetime.
Yep.
Because they'd use this to find their Summoner's Pact.
Yep, because those have 0 CMC. The same with Ancestral Visions, Wheel of Fate, Slaughter Pact, Pact of Negation. You can pick up all of those with Teleria West. Like, its limits are, it reaches far and wide, and this is a cool card. One of my favorite blue lands. Like, it goes into a lot of my commander decks. I got one of it in my modern Is It As Foretold deck to be able to pull out, Ancestral Visions or a Wheel of Fate.
Okay, so next up, we have Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth.
You just jacked that straight from Big G.
Yes, I did. You snooze, you lose. That's okay. He can read the next one.
Nobody wants the next 2 cards.
Yeah, they do.
No.
So, it's a legendary land. Each land is a swamp in addition to its other land types. I'm excited that this is in this set, and I hope at least pull 1, maybe 2, because I need a full play set of these things.
Yeah, it's a card that people love in all formats because this with Cabal Coffers, which is a land that you pay to tap it, add black to your mana pool for each swamp you control. This makes everything swamp, so you add a crap ton of mana. Urborg pairs very well with that. Commander games love this, and that's why it's up in price. And Cabal Coffers is a card that is way up in price. That is one of those cards that need a reprint as well. But we don't know when that's going to happen.
No, but at least half of that interaction got reprinted again.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, Urborg itself is still a good card because it makes things like lands that don't tap for mana. I'm thinking of Glacial Chasm or Maze of Ith or
Urborg
as well. Yeah, because Urborg. So all these lands that they have a cool ability, but they don't tap for mana. Now tap for mana.
Yep.
One thing with Urza's Factory, it's another land card. It's a land Urza's. It adds colorless. You pay 7, tap it, make it 2/2 assembly worker artifact creature token. The cool thing with this is now we actually have an assembly worker token.
That is the cool piece of that.
Yes. The only reason why I bring it up is they now made the token for it. Because one thing, again, with Time Spiral is Time Spiral was in a time when tokens didn't exist. Tokens were not printed in the packs. So when you open up a Time Spiral Remastered pack, you are getting tokens in here as well. And yeah, this assembly worker token, pretty fucking sick. It makes me very just like, I'm thinking, oh, geez, it's a video game.
You know what it reminds me of?
Let's hear it, because maybe it's what I'm thinking of.
It reminds me of, you ever play World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen play.
You
I
ever
haven't
play
played
the human race? Okay, and you go into the second area from your starting area. It's Westfall. They have these little things that look like big old scarecrow, like combine things that run around. That's what it reminds me of.
Probably pull some inspiration or something from that. But yeah, no, this is really cool. To those that run the Urza's Factory in whatever format that you'd run it in, you can now get the token. And that's the only reason why I brought it up. Vesuva is the last land on this list.
Yeah.
Holy crap. The set is done, but now we got the time shifted sheet here.
How about this? Just to kind of speed it up, let's all pick our favorite out of the color we're currently on. So we'll be on white. Everyone pick your favorite and pick a second favorite in case JB steals yours. Gee, I wonder which one JB's going to go after. Matt, do you have any idea which one he's going to go after?
There's a couple possibilities.
No,
honestly.
I don't know.
There's
Hey,
a couple
JB.
possibilities.
I know.
JB, why don't you go first?
God, it's so
Which-
hard though.
which
There's a couple
one?
possibilities.
No,
There's
Which
like,
one are you
there's
most
like,
excited
there's like
for?
4.
I know the order exactly.
There's
what
like
he's
4.
I know the
I
exact
think
order
I
that
know-
he is.
Do you know which
comfortable.
ones? Do you know
Yes.
which 4 I'm talking about?
If I just name the 4, not the order right now, you will tell me I'm right. Okay, you ready?
Probably. Okay, go.
Ethereal Armor, Flicker Wisp, Restoration Angel, Stonehorn Dignitary.
Close.
Fuck.
Not Stonehorn, but you got the other 3. You forgot Path to Exile, sir.
Yeah.
I really thought you were just going to go over Path because, man,
Nope.
I was confident that he wasn't going to pick Path there.
No, you were
Okay,
wrong.
which is
sir.
number one you want in the
or
old
Lingering
frame?
Souls is another is like a solid 5. That's
Yeah,
like
but
number
that
5.
you're stretching
But-
too far. Pick your card. We're doing this quick.
The ethereal armor is legit.
Yeah,
I need
okay.
that for my boggles just because it looks badass.
Before we continue this, the timesheet.
yep.
The timesheet is this special sheet that Wizards is printing to put into the Time Spiral Remastered packs. There is guaranteed one time shifted card in the pack at no discernible rarity.
Yep.
Like all 121 cards from this sheet are just randomly getting stocked in. Like rares are not going to be harder to find than commons are going to be at the same drop rate as rares and stuff. So that's one thing that makes this super cool. And then the foiling, same thing. They're at the same rate or whatever.
Hey, live look up right now. What pre-order price for foil time shifted ethereal armors are?
And while Matt's doing that too, the cool thing about these cards is they are from all throughout Magic history. So these could be some newer cards. These could be some older cards that weren't in Time Spiral, but maybe needed a remaster, reprinting to it.
Wow, that's worth it. That is worth it. I might pre-order those just because.
So these can be anywhere, and they're getting the old style border and icon, which back in Time Spiral, when they did the timesheet cards, since they didn't have the mythic, they put the purple emblem, which it was a really cool little piece, and it was from same kind of principle where it was from Magic history, and they just got the different border to them. But the thing about the remaster versions is there will be no time shift cards from the original Time Spiral block in the timesheet cards.
Correct.
So
Okay, so let me read the card now.
Yep.
Now that I'm
Yeah.
done fangirling and
And we got
We're done
over what the
explaining.
timesheets
Yes.
are and how they're in packs.
okay, so ethereal armor is a single white. It's an enchantment aura. You enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. So let me tell you, this thing can get out of hand real freaking quick.
I am aware.
real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
All right, Matt, which number one for you in white?
My number one is JB's number 5, Lingering Souls. One of the cool things about this as well, so Lingering Souls, white 2 sorcery, create 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying, and then has flashback black 1. Cast this card from your graveyard, then exile it. The cool thing is, like back in old classic border sets, anything that involved the graveyard, they put a little tombstone in front of the name of the
Yep.
card, and they did that here, and I appreciate that so much.
God, that old border Path to Exile is just, oh my god.
You know, I'm going for mine. I'm going Resto Angel.
Nice.
I had a wonderful Celestia deck that used this in Thragtusk back when
Yes.
that combo was in standard. And the card's cool. I just dig it. The downside is I can't put it in my angel deck because it targets non-angels. And
Right.
that's all that's in my angel deck is angels. So
We're going to take a quick deviation here. We have a question from D-Moose in the chat. So is the Time Spiral a set or all individual cards? If set, how much?
the set, so this is a remaster of the entire block. So back in the heyday of Magic,
There were
there were
three
three
sets.
sets in a block. So they took all the best 411 cards, and I think that 411 actually includes the list.
Timesheet. So
Yes.
minus 121 from that.
It's 289
So
is
they
the,
took-
the set itself.
they took what Wizards of the Coast deemed the top 289 out of those three sets, put them into one remastered set. So these are all individual cards that will be in it, and the box, I believe, right now is shooting at about
200.
210.
Yeah,
209
200 to 210.
at J Dubs.
Yep.
209.99.
Pre-order at J-Dubs, y'all.
Yep.
Yep.
You get that Lotus Bloom.
Yep, I just put my name down today.
Did you tell the wife?
Yeah, she was with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So all these cards that we just talked about before the timesheet are cards that are from Time Spiral that are getting put in this remastered set. They're making it accessible for everybody. Now, these cards that we're talking about, the time sheet bonus cards, these are extra cards that have never been in this style of printing that look like this before. Never have they been done like that, and they're doing it here as like cool. Their term is they use love letter. I know we've mentioned love letter a couple times, but like they really established that this is a love letter to the Time Spiral set, paying homage to what they did back in the original Time Spiral. They did something like this with cards where they made an old border, and hence that little purple set indicator down there to indicate that they're that from that sheet. Booster packs are probably going to be about $8.99, $7.99 if the box is $209 then.
Yeah.
Roughly.
So they're not going to be those $20 packs that we were opening tonight with the collector's booster, but they're going to be a little bit more than your standard draft or set booster.
Right.
Yep. Which is about what we expect.
Yeah. But moving on to blue, Matt, because you are the predominant blue player here, you get to pick your card first.
Yes, and just don't take mine because it's like the only good one.
You see, the thing is like, now this is the color that I have. Like all these cards are hits for me, but I think I got it narrowed down. I got one. Really, the top three.
Good. Just take one and just don't take mine because there's only one card in here that I want to talk about.
I'm gonna start off with
just the one.
Ponder. Yeah, we're just gonna do Ponder, which is unfortunate because everybody loves okay, Ponder. Remand. I'm gonna choose Remand then. Everybody talks about Ponder. Ponder would have been my one. Remand is my two.
One, not 1.5.
Yes.
Remand. Blue one, instant. Counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, put it into its owner's hand instead of that player's graveyard. Draw a card. I love this card. This card is good. This is a way to save your spells from getting countered, and you get that spell back and draw a card. Yep. And you can also counter your opponent's spells as well and put them at a tempo disadvantage. I love this card a lot.
True that.
And it definitely looks good in the old border.
All right, Boggles, let's hear it.
All right, so the only one that I think is worth talking about is Trinket Mage, and that's just because I use it.
That was my third
rookie move.
I use it in Muldrotha, and
yes.
just the art that they picked with it pairs really well with the old border.
I am picking up this. So many of these.
It just looks amazing.
I have a mono blue commander deck that it's in. I got a 5-color commander deck that it's in. I have a 3-color deck that it's in.
Right. I have all the tutor mages in Muldrotha just because.
In EDH, it picks up your Soul Ring. It picks up your Bag of Holding. It picks up your Library of Laying. It picks up 1-drop things that are so good.
Sensei's Divining Top.
That's a good thing it gets. It also gets the sword Shadow Spear. It gets Shadow Spear as well, and that's good because your opponent's creatures lose hexproof and indestructible.
Which, as we know, Boggles hates that.
Yes. And this tutors it up. It's a 3-mana 2/2 human wizard that does this. Yeah, the 1-drop artifacts are bonkers that you can pull. It gets a Wayfarer's Bauble, which is a ramp.
Yep.
So let me read the card before you start fangirling too crazy. It's 2 in the blue. You get a 2/2 human wizard creature. And when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 1 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library.
You can get yourself a Jeweled Lotus. You can get yourself a Mox Diamond. You can get yourself any of the artifact lands from original Mirrodin because those are artifacts.
Yep.
This card is so good. I think I know what Big G is going to be picking here.
You think you do, huh?
I think I do.
You think you do.
Can I take a stab in the dark here?
Yeah, take a stab.
Okay. Just want to make sure. If I know you, and I hope I do, I got it down between 2. I'm thinking it's going to be Mole Drifter or True Name.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Wrong.
On both?
Both of those I would want, but...
if you're going to say Paradoxical Outcome.
Nope, not even going to say that.
Okay, good.
Fibble Flip.
Oh.
Really?
Okay.
Fibblethip, or in the words of immortal words of Josh, what the fuck?
No, this one is kind of it's got a running joke within in one of my
damn.
one
So
of my
it's like
play
Colossal
groups.
Dreadmaw.
A little bit. It's the same play group too.
Okay.
Same two friends. But like if I get one of these, I'm giving it right to the buddy that he loves the damn card.
Oh, if we're gonna be talking, well, keep reading the card. I'll say this at the end.
But yeah, he's on a card called Totally Lost.
Yes, I was gonna say he's in the art for Totally Lost. I just couldn't remember the exact name, so I was like, I don't want to butcher it, but
He's a gardener.
yes,
Too, and he's lost. He's still lost. He's trying to get home still.
Right.
To his garden.
Thibblethip is going to be another secret layer that they do where you see Thibblethip on big land
Oh my
cards.
God.
Dude,
like, we're going to get
I'm
a
sorry.
land secret layer.
I love that
Thibblethip's hidden in
Yargle
it.
one. I wanted to get it so
The
bad.
Yargle one I didn't like, and I didn't get. If they did a Fibble Flip or Colossal Dreadmaw, I would.
Dude,
get
I
it
love the Yargle
just
one. The
for
Swords to
fun.
Plowshares Yargle, come on.
That one
was
I might pick up on it.
Right?
But all right, so
Yeah,
just to
on to-
keep just
on
to
to
keep
black.
this moving, I guess I'll take black first this time.
Okay.
okay.
For me, this one's an easy one. Liliana's Triumph.
Son of a bitch. God damn it. Oh, my God. I honestly did not think anybody would pick that one, but God, fuck.
Dude,
shit.
think of my kid's name.
I'm aware.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, my daughter's name is Liliana. I tricked my wife a little bit. She says the story one way, I stay at another. My side of the story is obviously I'm a nerd of many facets, so I would just list off a bunch of deals with my fandom's names, and I know I said Liliana one day. Like 2 weeks later, she comes up, I think I found the perfect girl name, Liliana. I'm like, yeah,
Yep. Done.
done.
Sold.
And then she's like, do you want to hear why I found that, why I picked that name? And for us, it works. It's a combination of her great grandma and my grandma's name,
Nice.
and it works. And then my best friend came over, my best man from the wedding.
Stream went down.
Son of a bitch. Reloaded again. Please don't
Yep.
let
He's rebooting right now.
Please don't let we got to restart the stream.
Because Dad was like, "You ended," and I'm like, "No, we're still going." He's like, "No, it says it ended." Rebooting
Have we
again.
been on too long?
Right? Yeah. Is there a time limit?
There shouldn't be a time limit to this. There shouldn't be a time limit to this.
If there is, we found it.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, they'll be we'll look on YouTube both times because it's ended on YouTube. YouTube stream doesn't like relaunch right away. Twitch stream does relaunch
We
right
got
away.
one viewer again.
Probably your dad.
Two.
And Wade.
Why? Okay. Okay. You see in our little stream preview, why do we got an extra chat in that one versus what our actual chat?
That's the one that
Streamlabs
they
window?
can see on the stream.
Yeah, this one right here. This
Yeah.
is what everybody's seeing.
Yeah. Why is that bottom message not in our other one? That's what I'm saying. Like, why is that not?
There it is.
No, look.
Oh no, the
That
oh,
whole
the Sam
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh, just in case, Sam, if we didn't answer your question, it'll be about the same rate as foils would normally be.
I wonder. Oh man, it's possible that he deleted it.
Maybe. Who knows?
Or is it from YouTube?
Oh shit, YouTube. Let this load up. Nope. Because there'd be a little YouTube symbol back there and stuff. So yeah,
I don't know.
that was a good
That's crazy.
Weird.
Sam Woodford.
Sorry.
So now that we're back in this, I picked Liliana's Triumph. I kind of tricked my wife. But then my best friend, my best man came from my wedding, came over to the house and we were talking Magic, and he started talking about Liliana of the Veil, so the one on Dark Ascension.
Yeah.
And he left, and my wife death glared me. We said we weren't telling anybody the names. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't tell Ben the name. Why did he say Liliana? I'm like, shit, I was hoping you didn't hear that. And this was like 2 months before she was supposed to be born. And
'Kay.
so we had been saying the name to each other, since we found out it was a girl and all that. And yeah, Liliana's a Magic character. She's like, no, it isn't. Yeah, it is. So after the cat was out of the bag, I was like, okay, well, cool. An idea I had was to make a commander deck. It's a format I play of Liliana because I can have her be the main person. So I have a Liliana deck, and for one, this is a good card for the deck. Two, it has Liliana in the art, and then three, I like making that the cool versions of the deck cards. So, sorry, Matt, I took your card.
Don't worry, I got the other card.
Okay, good. Your turn anyway. Then.
No, I thought we were going.
We're going clockwise. It's always been clockwise.
I just let you go first, so I didn't accidentally take your card in the green or in the blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Read the bones. That's mine.
Oh,
Okay.
Black
you're
2,
good
sorcery. Scry 2, draw 2, you lose 2. I love this card.
then. Really, I thought you were gonna go with Taziger.
Tasker's cool. I'd rather have Read the Bones between the two of them.
All right, JB, where are you going?
It's a tough one. It's a toss up, but I'm gonna go with the one that I actually play and have playtime with. We're gonna go with Sanguine Bond.
Yes.
I was going Thoughtseize.
No, I don't play much Thoughtseize because I'm not rich enough to own Thoughtseize. But anyway, so Sanguine Bond is 3 black. It's an enchantment. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So it pairs with another 5-drop enchantment called Exquisite Blood, where whenever a target opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So it ends up creating a infinite loop. Yep, where it's just basically everybody just dies.
Truth.
Yep, it's great. The other one I was gonna pick from was Vampire Hexmage, just because I want to dabble in Legacy with Turbo Depths.
Okay, cool.
But since I don't have any playtime with it, it was like, well, let's just go with the card I know.
All right, so we're moving on to red. Matt gets to go first. You
Right.
want to double down on what I think he's going to pick?
I know what he's gonna pick.
What's it going to be?
It's between two, but I think
I think Dread Horde.
I'm thinking Anger of the Gods.
Which one is it, Matt? What's your
Holy
number
fuck.
one?
Both of those are my top 2. Those were both going to be it. Now
Which
this
one's
is,
number one?
the suspense is which one's going to be number 1.
Which one? Which one? Bet you I know. Bet you I was right.
I bet you I don't know.
Dude,
Especially
Anger of the
against me, and that one does look pretty sick.
Yeah,
so.
dude, that's the thing. Anger of the Gods is a card I always run in the sideboard of my deck. It's so good. But because of that, it's like Dread Horde's always in there. Again, this is off my Is It As Foretold deck. Dread Horde, red 1, creature, zombie, wizard, trample. Whenever Dread Horde Arcanist attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost less or equal to Dread Horde's power from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If you do, or if that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, instead exile it. So this allows me to cast, Wheel of Fate and Ancestral Visions, both those suspend cards that don't have a CMC, and yeah, I double up on that with this because they're CMC 0. So Dread Horde Arcanist number 1, Anger of the Gods number 2. So you both know me very well.
All right, JB, you're up.
Okay, we're gonna go with Kiki Jiki, Mirror Breaker. Just because it's a cool card. It does some shenanigans, and they went back with the OG art, which it looks cool. They kind of beefed it up a little more colory. It's not so dark. So Kiki Jiki is 2 red. It's a 2/2 legendary Goblin Shaman. It has haste, and you can tap it to create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So this pairs with a couple different creatures, and you can make infinite shit. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. Mine, you know what? I'm going Young Pyromancer on this one.
Nice.
I want to dabble a little bit more into a more aggressive deck, and, mono red burn, this is a way to get creatures out there too, so that way you can protect yourself a little bit.
Or you can have some awesome Is It draws as well. Like if you have of one mind, the 1-drop red, only cast it if you have a creature and a a human and a non-human on the battlefield.
Valid point.
Draw 2 cards. Like that synergy there is super good. And then you can have, like, if you make it Grixis, you get Village Rights, sacrifice the token, draw 2 card, cast the spell, sack the token, make another token, draw 2 cards. So
Dude,
it's like
let me tell you about Village Rights. I ran into some really, really stupid Rakdos decks trying to qualify for Pioneer that did some really bullshit shenanigans with Village Rights.
give us an example.
I don't remember exactly, but I know it was just some stupid bullshit. It was just stupid as hell.
I got a Rakdos historic deck on Arena that has Kroxa.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it had Kroxa, and
love it
it
so
had
much.
Stitcher Supplier,
Yep.
and it had a couple other damn it was stupid.
It's so good. Village Rights and the Keldheim art on it way better than the original Core 20 or whenever it was printed.
I
art.
bordered in my Tormod's Crypt, and I just never saw it. Pissed me off.
On to green.
JB, you first.
Yay! What do you think? What do you think I'm going to pick?
Let me double check all
How
these
well do you
green
know me?
cards here. Okay, I got it.
What?
Ewit.
Thrag Dusk.
Matt got it.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to go with E-Witness. I run this in my Soul Herder deck. It's really fun to loop. So, for 1 green, you get a 2/1 Human Shaman. When it enters the battlefield, you may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So it's really fun to blink this because then you get back your Ephemerates, which you get 2 triggers off it because it's got Rebound. And then you just blink Eternal Witness again. You get your Ephemerate back, and you just get a shit ton of Soul Herder triggers, and it just gets insanely big.
Yep.
Nothing like abusing ETB effects.
All right.
Big G?
I'm gonna finish this the 2-parter off of mine. I like Thrag Tusk for this one. Same reason for the Resto Angel and the white. It has a special place in my standard Simic heart when it was all standard. So, yeah, it's just... Oh, sorry, I should probably read the card. 4 in a green, you get a 5/3 Beast card. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 5 life. When it leaves the battlefield, create a 3/3 Beast creature token.
You can get the Thresto Thrag combo going on in draft here
Oh, yes.
if you get lucky enough. for
If
that.
you get that lucky. But, I don't know. It was just a really cool combo. I really enjoyed playing it. So,
It's a non-zero mount.
exactly.
It's a non-zero mount. You could definitely draft this. Because if you're playing against a bunch of like professional people that know how to draft, and it's like, well, Thrag Tusk ain't going to be good for me in their pack 3,
Yeah.
so it's like I got to pass it. I can't take this. And then you're the lucky person. Like the next person or 3 people down, and it's like I'm the person that has Resto. I'm playing this.
Hell yeah. All right, Matt, what are you doing for yours?
Yeah, do it. Do it up.
What do you
it
guys
up,
think
do
it's
it
going to be?
I don't know.
Oh, I like that little bit of a guessing game. See if you guys know me that well.
I don't know. It's hard to pick for you with green. I just... Yeah.
And he's going with one we haven't already picked.
Yes.
I'm going to go Beast Within.
Okay.
I'm going to go Farseek.
Both are wrong.
Oof. What was
Damn.
it?
Become immense.
Okay.
Damn.
My infect side.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. I should have seen
Right.
that one coming.
5 green, instant delve. Target creature gets +6/+6 until end of turn. I love that card, and it looks really good in the old border.
So gold is going to be really hard for me. There's 3 I'm really torn against.
All right, let's see if you guys can figure out mine.
I don't know how to pick gold. I really don't.
Okay, so we're starting with
We're in the
big,
multicolor.
yeah, multicolor
Yeah,
now.
multicolor.
Big G is the first one to read off here.
Yep.
Okay, I have 2 guesses. I have 2 guesses. JB, you got your 2 guesses?
No, I really don't know how to. Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say Tidehollow Sculler or Abrupt Decay.
I'm gonna say Bloodbraid Elf and Temur Ascendancy.
Bloodbraid.
Damn.
Bam.
I'm wanting this one. I play Jund. So, you
See,
know,
and that's kind of where I was going to. I was
Yeah.
like,
And
yeah, that kind of fits in with Jund, and then he
Yeah.
does kind of do some Temur shenanigans. So
yep. That one I like. I like the original art on it, and I like the old multicolor kind of format for cards. So
Right.
That's where I'm going.
Right, I love that old gold border. Oh, so nice.
All right, Matt's up next. Oh, I've got mine.
I'm only gonna guess one just because it's the only one that I can think of.
Rakdos Charm. I'm going Rakdos
Oh wait, no,
Charm.
never mind. Yeah, two. Yeah,
Okay, what's yours, JB?
it's Rakdos Charm or Dovin's Veto.
It's Rakdos Charm.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
As
me.
I was scrolling down, I was thinking, Dovin's Veto. Yeah, it's probably the only one. Then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Rakdos Charm is in here.
Rakdos Charm is a card that I went on to Reddit on the This Week in MTG Reddit. We have one of those. We don't plug it enough.
My favorite was when you were playing against Joe in League, and he did the Kiki Jiki infinite combo, and he swung at you with infinite fairies, and you're like, okay,
I'm like, how many-
Rakdos Charm.
yeah, I'm like, how
deal
many-
infinite damage to you, and he's like, yeah, okay, yeah,
Yep,
that's
yep.
that's a thing. Like,
Rakdos Charm, black, red, instant. Choose one. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard. Destroy target artifact. Each creature deals 1 damage to its controller.
yeah, dude, it was so great. Just the look on his face, it was like, yeah, that's a
Yep.
thing.
Because
Like,
I specifically asked him when he went to combat. He's like, declare attacks. I'm like, how many did you make? And he's like, I made infinite. And I'm like, oh, okay.
right,
Rakdos Charm. He's like, oh.
Yo.
Yeah, Rakdos Charm. I have a soapbox with Rakdos Charm because I think this card needs to be played more in Rakdos decks in formats and even in Commander. Like, this thing is stupid. It stops, like, this card, Danny, he plays a lot of Saproling tokens. It nugs him so fucking hard because it's just like, cool, I made 54-4 Flying Angels. 54-4 Flying Angels, you say. Rakdos Charm.
Joke's on you. I'm at 51 life.
And, I mean, either way.
See, and that's why I run Mirror Match in that Raynar deck.
Yeah.
And destroying,
Oh,
destroying
yeah.
an
Swing
artifact
away
is
with a shit
always
ton?
going to be a good thing.
Yeah,
And
and
exiling
exiling
graveyards.
cards.
Like, this thing is the toolbox. This is the charm to end all charms, I would say. It's up there. It has a wider variety of things that it can do compared to things like Boros Charm. Like, Boros Charm sees plays, but only in a specific deck, like Burn style decks. Rakdos Charm can be subbed in Jund. It could be subbed in Rakdos. It could be put in Grixis because it's
Mardu?
versatile as fuck. Exactly. You see it in all those decks. So I'd say that Rakdos Charm is probably the best charm modern wise,
I
and
give you
definitely in
that.
Commander, just as useful. But that's my soapbox. I'll get off it. JB, I have my 3 guesses. I have 3 guesses for you.
I'm going solid 1.
You're going solid.
Right?
one.
I'm torn
one.
between 3. I
Yeah,
am
I think
so
I'm
torn.
going 1.
I think I know exactly which 3 you're torn against.
Do you?
I do. You
Were
ready?
Were you peeking on my phone?
I was not peeking at your phone.
Okay.
Can I go first since
Go
I have
first.
just the one?
Yep.
Slimefoot.
No.
Okay. Perfect.
That's number 4.
Kasali Pride Mage, Mortify, Knight of the Reliquary.
You fucking peeked, you
I did
asshole.
not peek. I
you
got them
peeked.
all. I got them all right.
You
didn't
son
I?
of a bitch.
I know you too fucking
Yes.
well. All those are your 3 that you wanted.
Yes. So, the Knight of the Reliquary and Kasali Pride Mage I run in my Legacy green-white taxes. And they do work. I love them. And Mortify just has a soft spot in my heart as an Orzhov player.
Yep.
But honestly, I think Mortify is number 3. Like, it's slowly been kind of going down the ladder just because it's 3 mana and it does stuff, but I feel like now that I'm widening my card pool base, there's more efficient options.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I honestly think I'm gonna have to go with the Kasali Pride Mage.
Yes.
Just because it's a really good main board card. It's very versatile.
It is.
So-
It beats. It protects.
Yep, Kasali
It
Pride
attack.
Mage.
It protect. But most importantly, it's a cat.
Yes. So Kasali Pride Mage is green-white.
It's a wizard.
2/2 cat wizard. It has Exalted, which reads, whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And yes, it does stack.
Yep.
That is very important. And it also has an activated ability of 1 generic, sacrifice Kasali Pride Mage, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So this thing does work, because not only does it buff your creature when it attacks by itself, it adds that extra bit of damage, but it's also got main board artifact and enchantment removal stapled to it
Right. This thing
on a 2-mana creature.
This is a 2-mana that's on turn 3 swinging for 3 at worst.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. The value's there. It's okay value. And the cool thing is like, again, destroys an artifact or enchantment, and you can hit so many things. Ember Cleaves, you can take out. You can take out Aether Vials, and those are important things to be taking out. You can take out asceticisms and stuff like that in like older formats. I say that because it was one of the things that was played before we started streaming tonight.
Yep. I mean, Night of the Reliquary was a close second just because that thing can get just insanely out of hand real quick when you're playing with fetch lands and stuff. Plus, it fuels itself. I mean, it's a great card.
Yep. All right, moving on to colorless. So these are the artifacts.
Oh, God.
And we'll just focus on the
the
artifacts.
first one.
And Matt gets to go first.
God.
Okay.
Matt gets to go first, and I'm just calling it now. He's going for that Chalice of the Void.
No, he's going for Solemn Simulacrum.
Chalice of the Void. He's going for
Those are your guesses?
Those are our guesses.
Wow. Neither of you are right.
Son of a
What?
bitch.
Contagion Clasp.
Really?
Fucker.
I'll be honest with you, though. Solemn is a close second.
Yes. I was closer.
Yeah.
Contagion Clasp, 2 colorless. When it enters the battlefield, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature and has 4 tap proliferate. If you couldn't tell, my infect is showing right now.
Just a little bit.
But I figured the control player and you might come out a little bit with that Chalice.
With Chalice, though, like I have Izzet decks, I get a little salty when I see a Chalice because a Chalice on 0, I can't cast my Wheel of Fate. I can't cast my Ancestral Visions.
I get insanely salty when I see a Chalice.
For 1?
Like, I want to scoop when Chalice comes
For
down.
1?
The cool thing is, with both Kasali
Yes,
Pride
on
Mage
1.
and Rakdos Charm, those are 2. Not often is a Chalice getting put on 2.
Oh, it's
always-
happened.
It
It's
does
happened.
happen.
I have
It does
played
happen,
games
but
where I have had a Chalice on 1 and 2, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah, but that's their thing that they got to do to get the locks going on. But initially, it's never like a Chalice on 2 first, and so it's like, okay, they don't know that I got a Rakdos Charm, so I'm gonna be able to take that out, be able to cast my Lightning Bolts, my Paths, my Thought Seizes.
Right, because I've gone through games where they dropped the Chalice on 1, and I tried to play through it just to see. I was like, I'm not going to concede right away. I'm going to try and play this out, see if maybe I can get something, and then, sure as shit, 2 turns later, Chalice on 2. I'm like,
All right, JB.
JB. I think
Okay.
he's...
yeah, what do you think?
Honestly, this one's harder.
I know
Yes.
it.
Yes,
100%.
I'm going Everflowing.
You're-
Everflowing Chalice.
I'm going Panharmonicon.
Okay.
And the winner is...
I had 2 of them that I was looking at. They were a pretty close tie, but yes, Garrett was right.
Fuck! Really? Was Panharmonicon the second at least?
No, it was Everflowing Chalice and Hollow One.
God, really? A hollow one?
Yes, because I've always wanted to build a Hollow One deck.
Dude, so have I. Have you seen the new Hollow One Vengefine and Bizarre Trade Mage style decks? Those things are so fucking cool.
It's stupid. So Everflowing Chalice is a 0-mana artifact. It's got multi-kicker of 2 generic, which means you can kick it as many times as you have mana open. And Everflowing Chalice enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it for each time it was kicked. Tap, add colorless for each charge counter on Everflowing Chalice. So I run this in some of my Orzhov Commander decks just because it's a really, really good mana rock to be able to add shit. It's like one of the only good ramp abilities you have in Black and White.
True that.
Big G.
Take your guesses.
You got yours? You know
Yep,
yours?
I got mine.
Okay. I know what I'm going to guess.
You know my decks. You know me. Who's going for what?
Panharmonicon.
That was what I was going to say. But just for the sake of being different, I'm going to have to say then
I have a close second.
Sorcerer's Spyglass.
My close second is Vanquisher's Banner.
Your close second is my number 1.
Right? See, that's
Vanquisher's
why I was
Banner.
going to say number 1, but I'm like, you do have a landfall deck, so...
I run a couple of tribal decks, and so tribal decks, this is really good, and especially my one I love the most. It's not the best deck in the world. It's my 5-color allies commander deck. I need to be able to draw cards.
Right.
So
This
to
helps
keep,
very well.
to keep the steam going. So my creatures get a buff, and I get to draw cards every time I play one. So, yeah. I mean, that was pretty easy. Pretty easy for me. Panharmonicon is number 2, so JV, you just got the order around. But, all right, we're on to the lands, which there aren't many lands, so, it's kind of a... whoever picks gets...
Which
Wow.
Which one are you wowing?
Wow, the pre-order price is ridiculous on that.
Oh, I imagine you're looking at Mystic Sanctuary then?
No.
Oh.
Waste?
No.
Bajuka Bog?
No.
Field of Ruin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Holy
Well, I think we know which one JB was choosing.
balls. Yeah, that's like the only good one that I would choose out of all that. It's the only
Yeah.
one that I play.
It's a good card.
But
Hey.
okay,
Matt-
so every
Matt, I
other
think I know which one
printing
you're doing.
is like sub $1. Pre-order on this Time Spiral Remastered is $10
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Really, I'm not.
for field. That's not worth $10.
It's a card that gets played consistently, and it's getting put in a special border.
yeah,
It makes
I
sense.
could
It's
see.
these-
Okay, based on every other price though, I could see maybe $4.
you got the people that like to
No,
bling
damn,
bling.
$10.
It's not going to stay at 10.
Bling,
the,
bling, yo.
people
It
that-
better not. I wouldn't
the
pay
people
more
that
than 4.
pre-order this at 10. It's that whole thing of like, look at any card that is on a pre-order.
Yeah.
90% of them are going to be going down like half in price in
Some
a
of them
week.
will go up.
It
but-
better, because
Yeah,
good
it's-
God, I ain't
this is
paying
one of
$10
those.
for one of those.
Yeah, this is one of those. It's not going.
So anyway, let me read the card. So Field of Ruin, it's a land. You can tap it to add a colorless, or you can pay 2 colorless, tap it, sacrifice Field of Ruin, destroy target non-basic land and opponent controls. Each player searches their library for a basic land card, puts it onto the battlefield, then shuffles their library. But see how I play this, I play it with a Leonin Arbiter, which prevents you from searching your library, so guess what? You don't get shit.
Right. You get the land, they don't.
No, because it's symmetrical.
Oh, it is symmetrical.
Unless I pay the 2, so
That's
unless
right.
I pay 4, I'm not getting a land either.
Fair.
I think I got mine.
All right,
You're next.
Matt's definitely going Mystic Sanctuary, even though I
Yeah,
got banned in modern.
We already know.
So that's the thing.
Garrett is probably going to be
I'm going to say Bajuka Bog.
no. I'm not going that far.
It's either Bajuka Bog or it's Ark of Oraska.
Yeah, I'm gonna go say Arch.
Both are wrong.
Really, Blighted Woodland?
Blighted Woodland.
Yeah, damn it, that was gonna be my second.
I'm a
guess.
green player at heart, and green players love to rampy ramp. So I will pay 4 mana, sacrifice this, and get 2 basic lands. So it is a land that taps for a colorless. Or I can pay 3 colorless and a green, tap it, sacrifice Blighted Woodland, search my library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle my deck. I run this in one of my couple of my commander decks, but the one I love it in the most is Landfall, because guess what? 2 lands come in. That's 2 landfall triggers. Bow, 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 bow. But yeah,
I should have went with my gut on that one because that's what my gut was saying, Blighted Woodland. But I'm like, I could see him playing the Arch.
yeah. I do play
For
the
card
arch.
draw.
I do play the arch in some of my decks. But yeah, nope. Blighted. I love that rampy ramp. So I'm giving up 1 land to get 2.
Right.
So
It's good.
It's
I like
worth it.
Mystic Sanctuary. Is it Mystic?
It is Mystic.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out here right now, I just looked up on pre-sales on TCG Player. Power Leech Games, they're selling a normal near mint for $7 and a foil near mint for $100.
Damn.
Pre-selling it.
Oh crap!
Damn.
Yeah, they're not getting that.
That
They're
is
just
not gonna happen.
when it comes to taking a position in the pre-order market, like what are they losing by just putting a pre-order out for
True.
$100? It's like,
Okay, if it's one thing I learned about Power Leech Games, they do that shit. They put in some insane freaking numbers for pre-orders, because when I was looking at pre-orders at Commander Legends for etched foils and stuff like that,
yeah,
they were insanely high compared to everybody else. Like, it was ridiculous. Nuts.
since we're at the end of the podcast, should we do some like blasting on Power Leech Games then?
Yes.
See what happens. What do you guys got going on? Are they just a TCG store?
Yeah, they are.
Holy crap. They are just a TCG store. There's no website for them.
There's nothing, man.
Wow, Power Leech Games. You are something
Interesting
else.
folks.
I'd love to get like Lockheed and Stu's opinions and stuff in on this.
Unlike some of the pre-order stuff, or
Yeah, because they're like more entrenched into the finance world of Magic and stuff, and they see things that like people like us don't see necessarily right on face value. They both have businesses. They've both had collections that they've accrued and shifted and sold and bought big things and stuff because of that. Like they know a thing or two and stuff.
you know, a thing or two or a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd love to get their thoughts on stuff like this for sure. Have to hit them up. But yeah, Power Leech Games. That card is Mystic Sanctuary. Is definitely not worth that.
No way, not anymore. Wouldn't even be worth it if it was still legal.
Right indeed. Let's see.
But yeah, we're at the end, dude.
Holy balls.
How long have we been sitting here? Actually,
The recording is 3 hours and 48 minutes. We're coming on 4 hours of recording from opening. No, that's not including opening the boosters. The boosters was 45 minutes, 50 minutes and stuff.
Oofed.
Yeah, this is a long episode. We're putting breaks in this, but I figure this is going to be a fun one maybe to listen to. If you guys don't like the long episodes, let us know. And all this stuff. We'll see how it turns out. You got the card.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I missed.
By an inch.
And yet you wipe it off, you fucking liar.
Just in case. Just in case.
You know, moisture makes those things curl, right?
Fuck it. They'll go in sleeves and they're getting jam compressed. So. At least the bottom two are. These two are. My Boggles deck is pretty tight in the boulder.
Magic folk, thank you so much for making it to the end of this extremely long bonus episode of This Week in MTG. Big G, thank you so much for being in here with us to deal with this two different things here. Two different things tonight.
No problem. I'm glad I can make it out. I can understand why Danny's like, nah, I'm good.
Right?
Yeah. Imagine it would have been there would have been a good amount of time. Like it wouldn't be almost 4 hours with Danny. He'd keep it at 2 hours at least.
Yeah, but we got a lot of good bullshitting in. So
yeah, and
like,
that good
like
bullshitting is good bullshitting.
Like JB having to apologize to his mom still.
Yeah, still have yet to do it.
No,
and
I'm
pretty
good.
sure
She said I was good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's sleeping right now
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, when your wife says I'm fine, does that mean it's fine?
that's dangerous.
Generally, yeah.
That's dangerous waters there, bud.
Generally, yeah. No, she's pretty upfront about that. Trust me, she lets me know she's mad at me.
Magic folk, thank you for making it to the end of this. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little teaser here. If you guys made it to the end of this and you just skipped forward, which is a good chance, maybe people just skip forward to see if anything happens at the end. Listen to the whole episode. There's something that you need to listen to get something. So we'll see how much I gotta pay out for this.
All right, you can get free shit.
So hint there.
Well, I mean, this could be bad because we do have on average 100 listeners.
Well, it just means that Matt's going to have to be cracking open some packs.
All right, you're going to have to open in them double masters.
We'll see how it goes. But Magic folk, yeah, no need for plugs. You know where to find us. I'll do the lazy man's pitch.
You got to plug the Patreon.
Go to link linktr.ee/thisweekinmtg. That's our Linktree account. It has all of our links where you can find us on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. It shows our Facebook, Twitter, Discord,
OnlyFans.
Instagram,
Yep.
OnlyFans, Patreon, our website, JDub's website. All that stuff is there. Hit it up. linktr.ee/thisweekinmtg, and it'll bring you to our Linktree.
Yes, join the Patreon.
Don't
you
forget to
can
join.
win some cool stuff.
You got until Monday before that drawing happens.
Like this beautiful Judge promo, Infernal Tutor.
Or this Keldheim set booster.
Woo! That might have a Phyrexian Vorinclex in it.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye!
See ya.
Card time.